Welcome inside Labatt Memorial Park, London Majors Baseball here on Majors TV.
Majors win! The Majors walk it off!
We're doing great. I feel amazing.
Hit well to left field! Going back! Do you believe it? He's hit it out! Marching towards third. Here's the relay from Hernandez. Not in time!
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to Labatt Memorial Park, the home of the London Majors. It's a pleasure to be along with you here this evening on a Friday night that is looking a little bit cloudy, but we hope the weather will hold off. We got a great matchup for you here this evening, the visiting Kitchener Panthers and the London Majors. Now, the Kitchener Panthers are 6-9 on the season, 3-4 on the road, and they are coming off of a 23-14 victory over the Brampton Red Sox. You heard that right, 23-14. So they're hoping to carry that momentum because they are currently not in the playoff spot, even though there's plenty of season left. As for the London Majors, they've had some time off. They're 10-4 on the season. They are 5-1 here at Labatt Memorial Park, and they've been led by a strong offense and consistent starting pitching. Their pitching staff has only given up 59 runs so far this season, which is second best in all of the CBL. But without further ado, folks, let's send it up to the gentleman who will call this ball game here this evening, Dylan Baker and Owen Taylor. Take it away, gentlemen.
Evan, thank you. Quite the game last night for the Kitchener Panthers, that is for sure, as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth here at Labatt Memorial Park. Dylan Baker, Owen Taylor alongside me. We're excited for this one. Evan touched on the pitching, Owen, and the Majors pitching has been so good all season long, but they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight with Kitchener.
Yeah, they are, and the Majors pitching staff has done really well this season. A mid-3 ERA so far. The bullpen kind of a little bit higher in the 4 ERA area. However, Kitchener's offense is very good, as you said. 7.2 runs per game. They've scored 23 runs just last night. So this should definitely be a challenge for the London pitching as well as the Kitchener offense.
Well, the Majors have been playing good baseball here in the month of June. They are 5-1 after losing their last 2 games in the month of May. They've begun the month of June on a real high note, and that includes 2 wins last weekend over a very difficult Welland Jackfish squad.
Yeah, it was a very strong performance throughout last weekend for London. It was just very strong altogether throughout the whole weekend. Trying to bring that into this weekend as well. As you said, 5-1 in the last 6. Kitchener is in a bit of a slump, 1-4 in their last 5 games. Their only win coming just last night. So see how this will all turn out for Kitchener, especially for London as well.
The Majors scored 6 in each of the games against the Welland Jackfish last week. A victory by 1 run here at home, and then a 2-run victory at Welland Stadium. Not the easiest place to play as a road team, but the Majors pulled it off on Saturday at Welland Stadium. They were rained out on Sunday against the Hamilton Cardinals, so still have yet to see Hamilton this season, but a couple of big wins, and you touched on it, Owen. Kitchener struggling right now. Evan mentioned it as well. They've been outside of the playoff spot as you get a look at the standings right now. The Majors sit just 1 game back at the Barrie Baycats. Big game coming up tomorrow between those 2 teams, and you see Kitchener sitting with a record of 6-9 right now, a couple of games back of Guelph for that last playoff spot.
It should be interesting to see this one. Obviously, London is very high in that standings, as you said, just a game back of the Barrie Baycats, and Kitchener is just right there in the middle, trying to find their way into that 5th spot and trying to continue to move up. They really need to try and turn it around here, especially with the past couple of weeks where they have struggled. Look for this game for them to try and make an impact here and get the offense kind of rolling here.
Well, the Majors have been playing a good brand of baseball this season, not just in the month of June. So to talk more about that, our very own Justin Kohler, who's not here with us tonight, sat down with Majors manager, general manager, co-owner Roop Chandradat in our latest edition of Clubhouse Conversations.
That's why I don't golf. Golf takes, I use a good example. Golf takes forever. It's a great sport. I do love it. But my relaxing time is when I'm driving from job to job. I can think and do that, whereas guys will golf or do whatever.
I know I love the numbers. I know I love the figures, and I've chatted with you a few times about it in the past as well. How much of a benefit has it been for you and the rest of the coaching staff as the season has gotten underway, having those extra figures to kind of pull from your guys?
It helps. I'm a 50-50 guy. Analytics, yes. Eye test, gut feel, situational. But yeah, it's really helped. You know, we got Tyler Schmidt looking after our analytics, and he's been great.
One area that you've gotten a little bit of an assist from, pitcher and pitching coach Victor Payano. How has it been having that communication with not only a player on the field who can start a game for you, but then also who you can trust to go out and sometimes calm these pitchers down game to game?
First and foremost, I tell the guys, follow Payano, follow his work ethic, follow what he's doing. So the guys follow that. And then also, me kind of bouncing things off him. It's communication and trust, and we have that going right now.
The majors so far have been top 2 in almost every fielding, every defensive area. How happy does that make you as a manager, seeing that those fundamentals are playing out regularly game to game in front of you?
I'm smiling because that's where I hang my hat, defense and pitching. And if you hear our talks, the offense will take care of itself. I've believed that since day one, but we've got some really athletic guys. And I said, this is a kid's game. I want you diving. I want you chasing down balls, giving 100% effort. But overall, I'm so pleased with our defense.
And so the last question I got for you, through all the thick and thin, through the statistics, through the pitching, the defense, the offense, how important is the fun side of it still for this team here in 2026?
The most important. You talk to the guys. Our room is tight, and that makes it fun. We're gonna have fun. And my pregame talks, we talk a lot about having fun. I go, it's a kid's game. We're lucky as adults to get to play it. So let's have some fun. It's all a family, and we're pretty together.
I know I can see the smiles wherever I am on the field. I know the fans at home can see the smiles wherever they're tuning in from. So what a note to end on. So that's pretty much it. I really appreciate your time chatting with me.
I appreciate it.
Rup Chanadad mentioning it is a kids game in this week's edition of Clubhouse Conversations with Justin Kohler. Really great interview by Justin there. And one of the points of emphasis since Rup Chanadad and Scott Dart took over this franchise is really getting out into the community and showcasing the London Majors, trying to get more young fans into the sport of baseball. And the Majors are contributors not just in baseball, but also across the sporting landscape in the city of London. Recently, the Majors took part in the Push the Bus event for the YMCA. It was a great event, a bracket-style tournament where it ended up Majors Team 1 against Majors Team 2 in the final to see who would be the successful bus pusher. The event raised over $30,000, which will be sent to kids to help them go to camp this summer, to YMCA camps in the region. So a really great initiative, a lot of fun, I'm sure, for those players to get out and to push the bus. Owen, if we had to push the bus here at Majors TV, who are the 3 people you would want on your team?
Ooh, that is a very tough question. Well, let's see. Probably my brother.
Okay.
Brady.
Yep.
He's very strong.
You can say yourself, too.
I could say myself.
I would pick you. I would want you on my team.
Really?
Yes, I would.
Well, thank you so much. Brady, my brother, would definitely be one. I'd say Mason, one of our photographers, would be 2.
Yep.
And let's go Matt.
All right. There you go.
I like that one.
But great initiative for the Majors to push the bus, raise some money for some kids to go to camp this summer. Such a great initiative and such a great experience for those kids getting to go out and be part of these summer camps, helping them socialize, helping them branch out and learn lots of life skills throughout the summer. Well, the Majors today taking on a good Kitchener Panthers squad, and we're in for a good matchup on the mound in this one. The Majors going back to Victor Payano. He got hit around a little bit in his last start against the Welland Jackfish last Friday, but still overall having a great season, and he'll face off with Owen McNeil tonight on the bump.
Yeah, those two going off. Really good matchup here. Owen McNeil, the 0-2 and the 6 ERA isn't exactly what we saw last year from him. He went 3-2 with a 3.74 ERA in 13 games. 8 of those he started last season. Victor Payano, again, as we've said throughout the season, his strikeout numbers have been a little bit down. He's into the sub-9 range right now. look for that to try and come up. He's been real aggressive to hitters. They have been real aggressive back. They've really been getting a bat-to-ball contact early in the count, so it hasn't been in Victor's favor, I guess, in terms of the strikeouts, however, but only just the couple of walks so far, so he's been really solid with his control in the strike zone as well. Look for that to kind of be a theme here tonight.
Well, Victor Payano will have to be sharp. He will have to be effective. We talked about the offense briefly. I just want to go back into it for the Kitchener Panthers, Owen, because they have been so good this season offensively. Now, listen, it helps that they play in a small ballpark. Jack Couch Park, not one of the biggest ballparks in the Canadian Baseball League, but they are still putting up the runs. You still have to score them, and the Kitchener Panthers have been doing that game in and game out.
Yeah, they have, and it's just been exceptional to watch them do it. Again, as I said earlier, 7.2 runs per game so far this season. So the offense has really been there for them. It's just the pitching that's kind of had them taking a step back a little bit when it comes to in the standings. Look for the offense to really try and pack a punch here against this London pitching staff.
Victor Payano will need to be effective this evening against this Kitchener Panthers squad. The Majors seeing the Panthers in this ballpark for the second time in as many weeks. They beat Kitchener here at Labatt Park, I should say, a couple of weeks ago, trying to keep up that success. They've seen a lot of Kitchener so far in the early going of this season as the Majors kind of reach a point in their schedule where things calm down a little bit. They've got 3 games this weekend, a game on Tuesday, but the past couple of weeks have been a little bit quieter, and that's a good thing considering how busy the schedule was to start the season.
Yeah, it is, Dylan. With how busy it was at the start of the year, you had a couple of weeks where you had 3 games in a row, a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is starting to die down just a little bit. Look for them. It will definitely help them in the long run when it comes to rest of these players. And I lost my train of thought.
Things will pick back up, I'm sure, in July for this Majors ball club. As the season is extended, of course, this year in the CBL to 48 games. So a busy early portion of the schedule, and it will be jam-packed as the summer rolls along. But you take the pockets where you can get them. You take the pockets of less games and some more time off, especially during a very busy season such as this one, as everybody gets adjusted to their new workload. And the Majors are now able to go back to some of their top arms this weekend after having some time off, right? If there was a game on Tuesday and they had played on Sunday in Hamilton, well, maybe it's a different story, but because they didn't, they can go back to Payano tonight. I don't know if we'll see Pimentel or if we'll see Keys tomorrow and Barry, and we'll probably see the other one of those 2 guys on Sunday against Brantford. So the Majors are able to not just get some rest, but also make sure that their top guys are going for the games they want them to.
Yeah, and it's been great for London to have this long of a break. They haven't played since Saturday, and it's going to be really helpful, especially for their pitching staff. As you said, we have Payano today. We have either Pimentel or Keys tomorrow, or on Sunday, and then the other one on Tuesday in Chatham-Kent. This has been a really good week for the Majors, I believe. A really good stretch of games so far as well. And with the rest, they are definitely prepared for this one, and they'll definitely prepare for the next 2.
Well, some fresh legs for today's game against the Kitchener Panthers. Of course, the Majors, as mentioned, going to Barrie tomorrow, hosting Brantford on Father's Day. Always a special one at Labatt Park. A 4 o'clock start for Sunday's game against the Brantford Red Sox. Not your typical Pack the Park game, but a special afternoon nonetheless here at the Forks of the Thames as the Red Sox come to town. Been a while since the Red Sox have been in town for a Father's Day game. It's been a lot of Barrie over the past couple of years. We've seen some Hamilton Cardinals action on Father's Day as well, but Brantford makes the trip into Labatt Park, I believe, their first of the year. Well, as the Majors get introduced onto the field, we are nearly set for the national anthem prior to first pitch in this one, so we will take a quick break, come right back. You're watching London Majors Baseball live on Majors TV.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed on every level of the home.
Install working CO alarms today.
It's the law.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. the league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving, we try it, keep shining, living in a world where we...
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Shine on.
Make a bold...
Anthem complete. We are ready for baseball here at Labatt Memorial Park as the London Majors get set to face off with the Kitchener Panthers once again tonight. Pleasure to be along with you on a beautiful Friday night at the Forks of the Thames. Dylan Baker, Owen Taylor up here in the broadcast booth. Evan Fredrickson is down at field level. You'll hear from him throughout the evening. Well, a little bit of a cloudy sky right now and perhaps some rain on the field as Victor Payano tossed away the baseball that was waiting there for him. I think it might have been a little bit wet as he takes the hill once again for the Majors, hoping for a solid outing today against a good Kitchener Panthers offense, led as per usual by Matteo Zeppieri. Owen.
Yes, it is, and here's the lineup for you. Matteo Zeppieri will be leading this up, followed by Yasvani Panolvi in that 2 spot. Big heavy hitter Malik Williams will be taking over the 3 spot with Junior Ibarra right behind him in the cleanup. Then it goes Zay Sconsi in the 5 spot, Rafi Gross in the 6, Yosuke Fuji, Josh Williams, and finally to finish it off in the 9 spot, yet Charlie Towers.
Solid lineup for the Panthers that has been producing runs all season long. We'll see how effective they can be against a tough lefty in Victor Payano today. You may have seen it on your screen just a moment ago. A rainbow out here at Labatt Park. You can see it fading just a little bit now in the sky, but a little bit of rain, a little bit of sunshine. We were expecting clear skies tonight. The temperature is just perfect for baseball, but a little bit of rain is not keeping anyone off the field right now. Everybody still ready to go, and this game won't be delayed at all as the Majors are out on the field and getting set for first pitch in this one. Zeppieri will lead things off for Kitchener. He has been an on-base machine throughout the season for the Panthers, has been very effective in getting on, whether that's via the walk or the hit. His average now up over the Mendoza line, was under for some time, but that OPS at 924 for Zeppieri, and when he gets on base, he can certainly move. Has double-digit stolen bases this season as he gets set to lead things off for the Panthers against Victor Payano, who's ready on the hill for the Majors. The left-hander sets and delivers the first pitch of the ball game. Upstairs, ball 1 to Zeppieri.
As you said with Matteo Zeppieri, a .216 average. However, he does have a .924 OPS on the year, so he has still had a lot of production in this Kitchener lineup. He only went 1 for 5 yesterday against Brantford. However, did have an RBI to go with that as well, scoring 2 runs of his own.
Payano ready on the rubber. The 1-1. Skied in the air, foul territory. Dreyers giving chase. Long run for he and Babiuk towards the bullpen, and it drops in foul. Lots of foul territory here at Labatt Park. A lot of ground for Dreyers to cover and couldn't quite come up with it.
A bit of a tough one there for David Dreyers. He's going right into the London bullpen. They do still have the tarp over the mound over there, so maybe kind of came into the back of his mind that it was there and wasn't able to haul it in.
Certainly can't quite plant on a tarp in the outfield on the mound as Payano is ready to deal the 1-2 to Zeppieri. High for ball 2. Payano continuing to be effective this season for the Majors, as we've talked about frequently already in the broadcast, doing it in some different ways. Owen, you touched on in the pregame as that pitch is ripped foul, heads up over there, that his strikeouts per 9 is under 9, really for the first time in his CBL career, but still has been a strong pitcher for the Majors.
He has, and just looking over his numbers, he has not had a game throwing less than 5 innings. Even with his last one coming last week where he gave up 4 runs on 12 hits, he still went 6 innings in that win.
Pitch misses there. He's been able to get deep into ball games every year that he's been in the CBL, and really the strikeout totals as a whole around the league have kind of been a little bit lower this season, and we'll talk about some of the league leaders as our broadcast progresses tonight, but perhaps to do with some of the extra talent being injected into the Canadian Baseball League this season with the league turning pro.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more skill in this league with how many newcomers we had over the winter. And take a look at your strikeout leaders here in the league, and Victor Payano's still up there in the 4th highest, even with just his 27 and 29 innings.
Full count offered to Zeppieri, chopped foul. Quite the battle being put on by Matteo Zeppieri right here. Already 8 pitches that he's seen from the Majors left-hander.
Yeah, this is a great start for Zeppieri. If you really want to try and get Victor Payano's pitch count up there early in this one, once he finds a groove there, it's very hard to stop the Majors ace.
3-2 once again. Zeppieri sends that one in the air to right field. Zadunik works in, makes the catch, and there's one away here in the top of the first.
So some positives from both sides on that one. Kitchener, they got Victor Payano to throw 9 pitches and just his first batter faced. For London, you got the early out, and you don't have anyone on after your first hitter. So it's a great start for both sides.
Yosvani Penalve into the batter's box here for Kitchener as the sun comes back out over Labatt Park. A breaking ball that drops in for strike 1.
Yosvani Penalve has had a pretty good second season here in the league.
0-1 waved at and missed in the off-speed. 0-2.
Penalve has a .339 batting average in the first 15 games this season, an .835 OPS to match with that.
Behind in the count here. Longer hold from Payano. Breaking ball. Penalve thought about it, wanted it, but able to hold back, and it's ball 1.
Those are the kinds of pitches you want to see from Victor Payano on these 0-2 counts. You really want to get that pitch in the back of these hitters' minds and make sure they know that that is an option for you to throw.
The 1-2 home. Inside, did it clip Penalve? It did. No signal from the home plate umpire, but Penalve is taking off the elbow guard, and is he being asked to step back in here? He is. Well, the home plate umpire for today's game is Scott Cameron. You see Penalve, he was ready to head down to first and got asked to step back into the batter's box, so 2-2 count on him here. Ready in the box now as Payano sets on the mound. Hit hard, third base. Nice diving stop by Dreyers. Gets to his feet across the diamond. Stretch from lead ahead, and he got him. Great play by Dreyers. And I believe they've called catcher's interference. So Penalve will reach right away. The home plate umpire signaled time and has called catcher's interference here. So mention the home plate umpire on the hit by pitch, non-hit by pitch. It is Scott Cameron. The rest of the umpiring crew, Ryan Herron is at first. Justin Snively is at second. The third base umpire and crew chief is Adam DeClaire. And catcher's interference called here in the first inning, which will allow Penalve to reach first. A busy and consequential first inning for the home plate umpire as Malik Williams steps into the batter's box. Pitch misses for ball 1. Oh, and you mentioned in the pregame show Kitchener averaging 7.2 runs per game this season. Malik Williams, 7 runs batted in on his own in yesterday's win over the Brantford Red Sox.
Yeah, very strong performance from him. 4 for 4 2 home runs to add on to your point there. He's gone up to 4 home runs, 16 RBIs in just 12 games. He's been really strong at the plate in his 46 at-bats. He's only struck out 7 times. Usually with these power hitters, they really tend to chase those pitches outside. Malik Williams does not have that kind of tendency here.
That pitch inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Williams, a guy who's been in the league for a few years now, picked up from the Barrie Baycats this offseason, playing with his brother Josh in Kitchener. Josh, a former London Major, and in the lineup today in the 8th spot for Kitchener. That one chopped on the ground to short, could be 2. Escato goes to Anoa for 1, on to first, in time, double play. So catcher's interference allows Penalve to reach, but Escato to Anoa to Lenahan erases him, and the Majors get through the top of the first inning unscathed.
Well, how about that for a little redemption from the catcher's interference call? A great play from Escato and Inoa. Again, Inoa has only been on the team for just a couple of weeks. He hasn't played very many games. However, the chemistry's already there between the 2 middle infielders.
Now, 2 guys with lots of talent, 2 guys with lots of experience as well, and Christian Inoa with a nice turn over at the second base bag for the Majors to get out of the first inning. A 6-4-3 double play to end the frame after a really nice play by David Dreyers at third base was canceled out by the catcher's interference call. So a nice little play defensively to get out of the inning and now send the Majors to the bat zone against Owen McNeil on the mound for the Panthers. Let's take a look at the lineup that McNeil is going to face in today's game.
I'd love to do that for you, Dylan. Leading off here for London, this is usually the lineup you tend to see from this Roop Chandidate-led squad. Michael Escato, your leadoff. He'll be shortstop today. Tucker Zadunic is in the 2 spot. He is out in right field, followed by Trent Lenahan, who has been one of London's best hitters so far this season. Eduardo Diolio will take the cleanup spot, followed by, as we just said, Christian Inoa. He is at second base. Starling Joseph is into the lineup as a designated hitter. If he will be followed by Jaden Babiuk in left. Bernie will be at center. He's the 8-hitter. And then the man who had a couple of plays here in the top first, David Dreyers, he will be at third base.
That is the Majors lineup that will take on the big right-hander, Owen McNeil. McNeil certainly not lacking in the size department. 6'4" out there on the mound, coming in at 225 pounds. Has some inflated numbers this season, but a K per 9 over 9, and that means he can strike his fair share of guys out.
Yeah, he can. He has been pretty strong so far in his 5 starts. Again, the 6.64 ERA is not the most appealing number. However, has only given up at most 5 runs in a game that came against London back on the 28th of May in that loss against the Majors. So right back here against London, this time in Labatt Park, trying to get a little redemption.
Michael Escato will be the batter to greet him here to kick off the bottom of the first inning. Escato hit his first career CBL home run last time he was in this ballpark. Home run to right against Eric Pettipies. Takes a strike there on the first pitch he sees.
Yeah, Michael Escato, he's been a real good hitter in this Majors lineup. He's kind of solidified himself in that leadoff spot.
That pitch sails up and in on him. Has to back out to get away from it.
I know it's just his first season in London, and it's obviously a place to get used to. He has definitely done that. He's second in the league in hits with 25 already. Just behind Jonah Weisner, who has gone up to 32 hits on the year.
Escato skies this one in the air, foul territory. Towers and Ibarra giving chase. It'll be the third baseman Towers who makes the catch, and there's one away here in the bottom of the first inning.
So we get start here for O'Neill and his Panthers squad, and kind of a fastball kind of up and in on him that just jammed him and able to get in the foul ground.
Tucker Zadunic into the batter's box now for the Majors. Zadunic has been A real bright spot in this Majors lineup this season, batting over 300 here in the month of June with 2 long balls in that span, 3 overall on the year. That pitch off the plate outside, and it's 2-0 to Zadunik, who gets ahead in the count.
Yeah, as you said, Zadunik has been very productive here for London. His last time against Kitchener went 1 for 4, scored a run of his own.
Takes a strike, and it's 2-1. Correction, Zadunik has 5 home runs. I said he had 3. Two-one pitch in the air, foul, 2-2.
A good point to mention with that, his 5 home runs this year has already surpassed last season's total. He only had 4 last year, and through half as many games, he's already surpassed that. So it has been really good for him this year.
One of the real weapons in this Majors lineup. 2-2 pitch to him upstairs. Count runs full now. We've seen Zadunik hit in a couple of different places in the order, but bumped up to the 2 spot with this recent hot streak that he's been on. Full count here, 1 out the pitch. Zadunik chops that one foul, and we'll try it again on 3-2.
And this is going to be a big pitch here from Owen McNeil. You do not want to face a guy like Trent Lenahan with a man on base, especially with another kind of staple in this lineup, and Eduardo Diolio right after him.
Zadunik takes low for ball 4, so he works himself a walk. A good long plate appearance for Tucker Zadunik, and that'll bring up the aforementioned Trent Lenahan with a runner on and 1 away.
Well, now here comes what, in my opinion, maybe the best hitter in this London lineup in Trent Lenahan. In his 14 games so far, he's batting .340 with an 1,100 OPS. He has 6 home runs, 11 RBIs already.
Fouls the first pitch he sees back to the screen. An 1,100 OPS. That'll play, Owen. That will play.
Yes, it will. And even looking back at last week in the 2 games against Welland, he went 5 for 9, 2 home runs, both of those coming on the Saturday game in Welland.
I believe he had a triple last Friday night in this ballpark as well.
He did.
That pitch is high for ball 1 to Lenahan. Neal takes a peek over at first. Zadunik not really a threat to run, though we have seen the Majors employ a hit and run rather frequently this season. 1-1 home. Zadunik is running. It's a hit and run. Lenahan scorches it down the line. It's a fair ball. Zadunik around second, charging towards third. Zeppieri picks it up. Zadunik getting the wave. He's on his way home. It's an RBI double for Trent Lenahan. And the Majors are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, I like how you said that Zadunik wasn't going to run. Justin and I talked about this last week. The announcer jinx. We've tended to do that a lot this season already, and another example right there. The hit and run working perfectly here for the Majors, and just 3 batters in, it's 1-0.
So Lenahan comes through, his 12th run batted in this season, and Eduardo Diolio will step into the batter's box here against McNeil. A runner in scoring position for the Majors, already 1 home in the inning.
This is your best chance to get another run in here. Eduardo Diolio is batting .400 this season through 14 games.
First pitch to a misses for ball 1. McNeil's been 50-50 in the strike column so far. 7 balls, 7 strikes through 14 pitches. 1-0 count. Here's the offering. Ooh. McNeil gets the call there. And it's 1-1. One home inside on DiOlio, and it is 2 balls and 1 strike now.
Yeah, McNeil has really been kind of pumping that inside half of the strike zone early in this one, really trying to get hitters to get jammed here.
That one's off the plate outside. Similar spot to the one that got called strike 1. And the count now is 3 balls and 1 strike on DiOlio as McNeil will take a walk around the mound.
You can hear the ball 4 chants starting. We really love to get those chants early in this one, as we always do.
The ball flowers out in full force here on this Friday night. The 3-1 home. DiOlio in the air to left. Zeppieri moving after it. He's got it, makes the catch, and will get it in quickly to hold Lenahan at second base.
Yeah, good ability to track that ball there for Matteo Zeppieri, looking right into the sun. That just kind of came out right as this game started. And a good comeback after the run scored.
Kitchener into the batter's box now for the Majors. Runner still in scoring position here. Now with 2 away in the inning. Takes a strike in the inside part of the plate. It's 0-1. McNeil takes a look back at second. Here's the offering. Off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Another guy who has really fit into this Majors lineup is Christian Noah. Got him from the Ottawa Titans just a couple weeks ago, and he's only played 4 games, has 5 hits already.
Sends this one high in the air, but a mile foul. Noah batting .455 in those 4 games. An on-base percentage of .600.
He has been really strong to start his Majors career.
Gets a piece of that one, fights it off, and sends it foul, so the count remains 1-2. You mentioned it, Owen. Noah acquired from the Ottawa Titans earlier this year and has been impactful over at second base for London since his arrival, both defensively and offensively for the Majors. Hit his first home run in the CBL in Toronto a couple of weeks ago. 1-2 misses, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here.
So this is kind of what we tend to see from London this season, is really extending these early innings. Owen McNeil is up to 20 or so pitches now.
That one misses off the plate outside and will move to 3-2 here with 2 away. Full count, 2 out, pitch to Inoa off the plate outside. They'll ask for an appeal down to first. He did not go, and so it'll be the second walk of the inning for McNeil as Inoa reaches first.
So continuing the inning, that's a great at-bat from Christian Noah. That's his 4th walk already on the season. There's now Starling Joseph, who's really starting to get in his groove this year. He's in a pretty good spot.
I was speaking to Majors general manager, field manager Roop Chanardad about Starling prior to the game today, and he went deep for the first time this season in Welland on Saturday. And what Roop told me was that his prior at-bat, he was actually out, but really worked the count, saw a lot of pitches, and Roop told him that's your best at-bat of the season so far as he lines this one into left field. Lenahan getting the wave around third. Zeppieri comes up throwing. The relay to the plate is cut off. It's an RBI single for Starling Joseph, and the Majors are up 2-0.
Well, like I said, Starling Joseph in a good spot to do some damage. He does that almost right away as his 15th hit on the year, 9th RBI as well, scoring Lenahan on that from second base. And a 2-0 start here for London.
Just to finish that point on Starling Joseph, Roop Chanardad said, well, it was his best at-bat of the season. I told him that after he was out, and he was disappointed in the dugout that he didn't get on base. But the next time he went up there, he went deep. And so he was rewarded right away, and now has an RBI single to his name in this one as Jaden Babiak will step into the batter's box here for the Majors. Takes a pitch off the outside part of the plate. Ibarra thought it was a strike, but it's 1-0.
Jaden Babiak having a strong season as well. He has played in every game so far, hasn't started them all.
Hit on the ground to second base. It's Scansey there. He will throw on to Williams, and that'll do it for the bottom of the first inning. But the Majors get a couple thanks to an RBI double from Trent Lenahan and an RBI single from Starling Joseph. It's London 2, Kitchener nothing through the first here at Labatt Park. You're watching London Majors Baseball live on Majors TV.
Make a bold statement with the Champ Chain, the ultimate award for champions. At 5 to 6 inches wide, this eye-catching metal is built to impress, fully customized with your logo and cut to shape. From the court to the boardroom, this award brings energy and attitude to every celebration. Great for recognizing your MVPs, players of the game, or hardest worker. Level up your recognition game with the Champ Chain. Order yours today at nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic, but only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving, we trying, keep shining, living in a world where we colliding.
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Back inside Labatt Memorial Park here in downtown London. Majors up by a couple of runs after the first inning. Successful offensive inning for the Majors, Owen, and not only did they get a couple of runs on the board, but they saw a lot of pitches.
They did, and a very strong start going through your first seven hitters there. Back to the defensive side, trying to keep their momentum going.
Junior Ibarra into the batter's box here for Kitchener. Takes a first pitch ball up and away. Ibarra had been struggling at the plate this season up until his last trip to London, where he really turned things on offensively and got a few hits in that ball game. Comes up empty on that swing. You can see the batting average still lower than where he would like it to be, the OPS as well, but up into the cleanup spot. So clearly the Panthers liking what they're seeing from Ibarra at the dish right now. 1-1, Ibarra reaches for it, flares it, shallow right center field, long run, and it's going to drop in. Kind of into a Bermuda Triangle out there. Bernie, Zadunik, and Inoa, none of them could get there, and so it's a leadoff base hit for Junior Ibarra.
Yeah, there's kind of a bloop out in the right center outfield. It was playing a little bit deeper than usual here for Junior Ibarra, and was able to sneak that one right in between them.
Big smile on his face standing over at first. Knows that maybe wasn't his best swing or best contact, but a hit's a hit in the box score, and he's aboard as Zane Scansey will step into the batter's box.
Listen, any base runner you can have against Victor Payano, those are very important throughout the game.
Ibarra fakes a break. Diolio wanted to throw over to first, but bobbled the ball as Scansey takes a strike. It's 0-1. Two base runners that Payano has had so far. One was a catcher's interference on a ground out that was an out, ruled an out over at first base initially, and then a bloop single in a no man's land in right center. 0-1 in the air, left field. After it goes Babiuk into foul territory. He's got it on the warning track. Long run for Babiuk, but he comes up with it. There's one out.
Another good play by the left side of the field so far to start this game for London. You had Dryers do it on the catcher's error. You have Babiuk going about 60 feet to his right to get that out. They've been strong on the defensive side so far.
Rafi Gross will step into the batter's box now for the Panthers against the lefty Payano. Majors would love to turn two to get out of this inning, as they did in the first. Gross late on that pitch, sends it high in the air, foul, and over the grandstand. Solid crowd on hand here at Labatt Park on this Friday night. Of course, with some good weather in the area, why not? Some surprise rain earlier, but it has since passed, and it's a gorgeous sunny Friday. 0-1, Ibarra fakes another break, and Gross fouls this one back again, so 0-2 the count.
Yeah, the weather has been really nice so far this week. Last week it was real hot, going up to about 28 degrees. However, this week, staying in that low 20s, a lot of rain coming throughout. It's been cloudy today. The sun has not been out a lot, and as you said, the surprise rain earlier today. However, the weather is supposed to stay at about this rate for the rest of the night, so a good sign for everyone here.
That's weather with Owen. Now let's go down to Evan for sports. Here's the 1-2 off the plate, up and away, and it is 2-2. But you're right, Owen. It has been gorgeous weather past couple of days. Not too hot, not too cold. Kind of right where you want it to be. 22, 23 degrees over the last few days here. 2-2 count on Rafi Gross. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, strike three. Payano sets him down on strikes. There's two gone here in the second.
There's strikeout number one for Victor Payano today. A good fastball on the outer half, and Rafi Gross will go down, and there are two away.
Yosuke Fuji into the batter's box now for the Panthers. Fuji batting .213 this season. First pitch to him, Ibarra fakes another break over at first, and first pitch misses to Fuji. It's 1-0.
Yosuke Fuji, another guy who's just kind of struggled a little bit here at the start of the year.
That one belted by Fuji to left field. Long run for Babiuk, looking up, and that ball is out of here. One swing of the bat, and Yosuke Fuji has tied this game. It's 2-2 here in the top of the second.
Well, you know how I just mentioned in the bottom of the first, the announcers jinx? I think I did it again right there. That was an off-speed pitch on the inner half to Fuji, and got the hands able to stay inside to that baseball. That will be home run number 2 on the year, RBI number 9, and that's what this Kitchener offense can do to you.
Certainly have the ability to strike quickly. Another guy who is a reason for that is Josh Williams, and he's in the batter's box now. Plenty of pop in his bat. Williams, a former London Major. Has made several stops around the Inter-County Baseball League, now the Canadian Baseball League, as he comes up empty on the breaking ball. One of the great what-ifs for me, Owen, is Williams in the 2021 season. Started off so well, seemed to be all over it to begin the season, and then suffered a season-ending injury in the second or third game of the year. Bounces this one to shortstop. Escada to his right on the backhand, throws across the diamond in time to end the inning here in the top of the second, but not before Yosuke Fuji ties the game with a long ball. It's 2-2.
Well, how about that? You go down 1-2-3 in the first. After that, you go through 5 hitters in the second, 2 of them scoring, in a pretty good start here for Kitchener, and that's all they need to do for this game. Try and keep up with London all throughout, and if you can do that and try and keep it a tight affair all the way through, you do have a pretty good chance of coming out on top with this one thanks to your offense.
That's got to be a big boost of confidence for Owen McNeil out there on the mound. He threw a lot of pitches in the first inning, 28 pitches. He walked a couple of guys, gave up a couple of runs, but his offense comes right back and answers right back for the Panthers. And now this game is right back to even, and McNeil can try to reset here on the rubber for the second.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see if you're a pitcher. Obviously, you give up the 2 in just the first inning. The confidence kind of goes down a little bit. You try and calm yourself down for the remainder of the ball game, but now that it's tied, it's right back to the same approach you start with. You want to be aggressive to these hitters. You want them to try and swing and miss on some of these pitches that you're throwing, and which is very difficult against a London lineup as star-studded as this. And as long as you can keep the ball on the ground and away from the outfield, you can have a good day here.
There were no real signs of life from that Kitchener offense up until that home run from Fuji. There was a ground ball that Penalve hit to Dreyers that ended up being catcher's interference, and then a bloop single from Junior Ibarra, but all it takes is one swing, and Fuji has tied the game. Really drove that one to deep left field. Babiak tried to bring it back, but it was too far beyond the fence for him to reach out and make a spectacular catch. So we'll see what the Majors can do here at the plate in the home half of the second inning. It'll be 8-9-1. That's Bernie, Dreyers, and Escato here in the second frame.
It should be a good inning here for London. You really want to try and get those runs back. You want to have a lead in baseball if you want to try to win a ball game. Momentum is the number one thing that keeps a game moving, and as we've said this a lot in past broadcasts this season. This baseball, it's too unpredictable to know what's going to happen, and no matter what, you want to try and stay ahead.
First pitch misses for ball 1 to Jarrett Burney. Burney, solid numbers this season, just speaks to how deep this Majors lineup is, that he's in the 8-hole today. Sends this one in the air, right center field. After it goes Gross to his left, long run, still going back, looking up. That ball's off the wall. Burney's got himself a double to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Well, how about that? Jared Burney getting aggressive real early in the count. That's a 1-0 fastball from Owen McNeil that he's able to drive the other way, right in between the two outfielders for Kitchener. And as I said, you want to try and have those momentum and stay ahead throughout the whole game. That is a way you want to do it. One of your fastest players in Jared Burney is now in scoring position already.
Well, Charlie Towers over at third expecting a bunt here from David Dreyers, who steps into the batter's box for the Majors. Has gotten a few down this season, swinging away and fouls it off. It's 0-1.
And David Dreyers, a utility guy here for this London lineup. He's had a lot of games over there at third base so far in his 12 games, 10 hits in his 39 at-bats. That's good for a .256 average. A 694 OPS.
We'll see if the bunt is on the 0-1 pitch as he fouled off the first offering. Bernie, a healthy lead over at second. Now running. Dreyer squares, takes a strike. So now behind in the count 0-2, and we'll see what the plan is here for the Majors.
Yeah, do not expect them at all to go for another bunt here. If you are David Dreyers, you want to try and keep the ball on the right side of the infield here if you want to move Bernie up an extra 90 feet.
Takes outside there. Ibarra liked the location, though, and it's 1-2.
Now I'm sure McNeil and Ibarra know the kind of approach that Dreyers wants to take here. They are going to really try and take that outer part of the zone.
1-2 home in the air, foul territory. That one gets out of play, and count will remain at 1-2 strikes. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the second inning for the Majors. Played it a couple in the first, gave up a couple in the top of the second. Dreyers flares this one on the infield. Malik Williams is right there. He makes the catch, and there's one gone here in the home half of the second inning.
Well, that was a good pitch from Owen McNeil. He stayed on that outer half for the first 4 pitches of the at-bat. This time he'll go inside with the fastball. He's able to get it off the handle of Dreyers, only able to pop it up to first.
Michael Escato into the batter's box, 0 for 1 on the day. Popped out in foul territory back in the first inning. Takes a strike there. It's 0-1.
Yeah, with Jared Burney on second base, it won't take a lot to give him a chance to score anything into the outfield. And I'm sure Burney will have the green flag.
Fouled off there, and the count is now 0-2. So Escato behind in the count, just as Dreyers was a batter earlier. Trying to make something happen here against Owen McNeil. Bernie put a charge into one for a leadoff double to begin the inning, and then McNeil steps off there. His first disengagement of the at-bat. Some dancing over at second base. The pitch to Escato off the plate outside, and it is 1-2. Zane Scansey kind of dancing out there at second base with Bernie before that last pitch. Wondered if we'd see time called by Escato, but took the pitch for a ball. Here's the offering. Bernie running for third. Escato lines it into left field. It's a base hit. Bernie gets the wave. He will score. Majors put a runner in motion, score another run. It's 3-2 London.
Good piece of hitting from Michael Escato. He'll continue his strong campaign this year. And as I said, anything into the outfield, Jarrett Bernie is getting the green light to head around third base to score. And now the lead again here for London.
Tucker Zadunik into the batter's box here. Escato stands over at first. He is a threat to run. Zadunik reached base on a walk at his first plate appearance. Takes a strike there.
Yeah, really, it's expect Michael Escato to run here. He's got 8 stolen bases already on the year.
Escato dancing, throw over from McNeil. Malik Williams had to be rather acrobatic to make that catch and make sure it didn't go down the right field line. McNeil already at 40 pitches here through an inning and a third. Zadunik drives this one down the left field line. Zeppieri a long look, but it's well foul.
A little bit of action early here in the Kitchener bullpen. We saw Bowen Cologne kind of throwing a couple pitches here. He's not anymore, but just keeping him loose for now.
Escato was jumpy over at first base, but didn't run, and the pitch misses high for ball one. McNeil's longest outing this season, 5 innings against Chatham-Kent on June 7th. Pitch to Zadunik, hit hard to second base. Nice snag by Scansey. Goes to Fuji for one. On to first. Williams completes the double play, and the Panthers get out of the jam. They do give up 1 run, though, before they could sneak out of the inning. It is 3-2 London through 2 innings of play. You're watching the Majors and Panthers live on Majors TV.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving, we trying, keep shining, living in a world where we collide.
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Hockey isn't a game, it's a legacy. VMF Sportswear builds custom pro-level jerseys, socks, and apparel, like team hoodies and workout wear. Your colors, your crest, your identity. Create yours now.
Right at the corner of Warncliffe and Emery, Ellie's Pizzeria is your neighborhood spot for real, handcrafted pizza. Using locally sourced flour for their dough and fresh ingredients from local farms for incredible flavor in every bite. Stop in before 3 p.m. for a slice and a pop for just $5, or 2 for $9. Ellie's Pizzeria, made local, made right.
To be the best, you've got to bring performance from every second. The game is getting faster every season, so Rawlings made a time machine to help you.
That transition, just like the pitch in the ad, 98 miles per hour as we're back to baseball here in the top of the third inning. Payano ready to deal to Charlie Towers, the number 9 hitter in this Kitchener lineup. 3-2 Majors lead. That pitch sails up and in on him, and it's ball one.
So Charlie Towers, his second season with the Panthers, played for the Leafs and Cardinals before that. He's been pretty good this season, a .250 average, a .721 OPS in his first 12 games this year. Only had 2 at-bats last night against Brantford. He went 2 for 2, scored twice in that win.
Giolio and Payano appeared to both want a strike call there. Neither one will get it, as home plate umpire rules that it was off the plate outside. 3-0. Towers takes a strike. Don't want to walk the number 9 hitter under any circumstance. Certainly not a 4-pitch walk to start an inning. Payano sets. 3-1 home. Ooh, not sure where that one missed. Payano doesn't like the call. It's ball 4 to Towers, and that'll turn things over to the top of the order.
Yeah, that pitch just about like half an inch off that outer part of the zone. A good start here for Kitchener. As I said, you want the momentum going through your offense, and to get your 9-hitter up and on base early, and a speedy one at that.
Mateo Zeppieri puts a charge into this baseball to right field. Zadunik back, and it's out of here. It's a second home run in as many innings for the Kitchener Panthers. This one gives them the lead. Mateo Zeppieri goes yard, and it's 4-3 Kitchener.
As we've been saying, this Kitchener offense can surprise you. It does just there. First pitch swinging from Mateo Zeppieri. That's home run number 3 on the season, and Kitchener has their first lead here tonight.
Mateo Zeppieri, as you mentioned, has gone deep a few times this year. Perhaps not the guy you would expect to take Victor Payano deep, but Payano's given up a couple of home runs here in the ball game. Yosvani Penalve into the batter's box, takes off the plate outside. It is ball 1.
So a bit of unfortunate circumstances to start this game as Victor Payano. His 3 hits, a bloop single to start the second, a home run, and a second one here to start the third as well.
It's Mateo Zeppieri's first home run this season against a left-handed pitcher. One count. Here's the offering. Payano is aiming for that outside corner, and I don't know if that one was on the corner. It seemed to be pretty close to being over the plate. Doesn't get the call. It's 2-1, but he keeps going back to that spot. The 2-1. Penalve in the air, foul territory. Dreyers gives it a look, but it's out of play. And so count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes here.
Yeah, as you said, Payano has really been trying to get that low and outside fastball. That's kind of been his go-to this season, either that or up and away.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Penalve down on strike, so Payano bounces back and gets the punch out for the first out of the inning.
Great pitch there from Victor Payano, a 2-2 breaking ball. It kind of hung up in the top of the zone. However, Penalve definitely was not expecting that after the couple of fastballs he saw earlier in the count.
Malik Williams into the batter's box now for the Panthers. 0 for 1 on the evening. Breaking ball drops in there for strike 1.
Williams grounded out into a double play his last time up. That was to end the first. Trying to change the outcome this time around.
0-1 Williams absolutely clobbers this baseball to left center field, and it is out of here. Malik Williams hit that baseball oh so hard to left center, and it's the 3rd home run of the ball game, 2nd of the inning for the Kitchener Panthers. They're up 5-3.
Well, how about that as a turnaround for the Panthers? You go 1-2-3 in the first inning, you score 5 runs in the next 2, and make that home run number 5 here from Malik Williams on the season. Payano has not really looked like himself for this start.
Junior Ibarra will step into the batter's box here. Payano had given up 1 home run all season coming into this game, and has given up 3 in the first 2 1/3 innings here. Ibarra got things going in the second with a bloop single. Later scored on the Fuji home run. Payano getting frustrated out there on the mound because not only is he giving up the long ball, but he feels he's getting squeezed in the strike zone. So he takes a long walk. That pitch certainly looked close, but didn't get the call, and behind in the count 2-0.
There have been a lot of close calls from both sides. However, Scott Cameron has kind of tightened his zone for today, and definitely been affecting both pitchers.
Gets a chase there from Ibarra, and the count is now 2-1. Payano readies. The 2-1 pitch on its way. In the air, on the infield. Escato, the shortstop, calling everybody off, makes the catch, and there's 2 gone now in the top of the third.
There's a big out to get back for Victor Payano. It's been a rough start to the inning. Able to get the second out here is a big one for London.
Zane Scansey will step into the batter's box here for the Panthers. 0 for 1 on the day. Trying to ignite a 2-out rally for Kitchener. Hits this one hard up the middle, and Noah to his right, plays it on the backhand, throws to first in time. So the inning comes to an end, but Kitchener able to get a few runs on the scoreboard. They lead it 5-3.
Yeah, what an inning for Kitchener is the offense giving them the spark they need if you want to try and stay in this ball game. However, you really need your pitching to kind of dial themselves in here, try and get a stop in these next couple of innings. If you're able to get that, you know you have the momentum going into the later part.
The Majors trying to get the momentum back here as we go to the bottom of the third inning. But before we do that, let's check in with our very own Evan Fredrickson down at field level. Evan.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. You guys have mentioned that the London offense has been nothing but consistent this season. They've scored 6 or more runs in 6 of their last 7 games, and a big part of that has been the heart of the order. Now, if you're running whatever the heart of the order is, it's the 2, 3, 4 hitters or the 3, 4, 5 hitters, and usually that consists of Tucker Zadunik, Trent Lanahan, and Eduardo Diolia. Now, I had a chance to research some stats earlier this week, and I found that those 3 gentlemen have combined for 57 hits, 13 home runs, and 31 RBIs. And to put the frosting on the cake, all of them are batting over 300 and have an OPS over 950. And gentlemen, I don't know about you, but when it comes to playoff time, I can't name a better trio than those 3 in a lineup, guys.
Certainly provides the Majors a major advantage in the heart of their order, Evan, having those 3 guys there on a consistent basis. The Majors have been dealing with a good offensive team of their own, though, in the Kitchener Panthers. Kitchener, who had 6 home runs yesterday, has 3 already today, so 9 home runs in their last 12 innings of baseball. They are mashing the ball right now.
They are. They've scored 26 runs in the last 24 hours. That is a pretty insane stat. Once you're actually able to hear it, it almost doesn't sound real when it comes to it. But has been real strong. Sorry, I actually got that number wrong. It's 28 in the last 24 hours.
That's what happens when you put up 23 last night. Trent Lanahan to the batter's box to lead off the home half of the third. It's ball 1. 37 combined runs in that game between Brantford and Kitchener. More like a football score between the 2 teams than a baseball score. And sometimes you'll hear that in a 14-7 game. 23-14 is the same kind of concept. 2-0 count here on Lanahan.
Same concept, but to a way different degree when you look at it. I mean, I checked it last night, and at first it didn't look real to me. Now, we've had that a couple of times already this year where teams have scored 15-plus runs. You've had that a lot this season. The offensive numbers have really jumped in the CBL, but I don't know, just looking at it, it doesn't really go through your head that can be possible.
3-1 count here on Trent Lenihan. For Owen McNeil, he gave up the 1 run in the second inning to the majors, but seemed to settle in a little bit. Didn't walk a batter. Threw less pitches in the second after he threw 28 in the first inning. He threw 15 in the second. Behind in the count on Lenihan here, 3-1. Offering on its way, big swing from the big bat of Trent Lenihan, but he comes up empty and the count's full.
A big challenge pitch there from Owen McNeil. That is a fastball up and in. Lenihan's eyes just lit up on that pitch. However, couldn't get the hands up to it in time. And a good spot for McNeil.
3-2 home. Lenihan puts a charge into this one to center field. Back on it goes Gross. Still going back, leaping up. It's out of here. Trent Lenihan goes yard. The offensive outburst continues. It's a 5-4 game here in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, about that, Trent Lenihan, that's your second extra base hit of this game. That is the 4th home run we've seen so far in this one as well. And where I'm going to go back to before the game, you and I were talking before. We said if we had a game quite like last night's.
Don't repeat what I said.
I won't repeat it word for word. However,
I said I was going to quit if we got a game like that, and so far it seems to be trending that way. Diolio sends that one foul. Nobody hold me to that because I obviously won't if we get a 23-14 game, but 5-4 through 2.5 innings is not boding well.
This has been what a 2 days it's been for Kitchener. I mean, just being able to watch these games and see these numbers jump, it's remarkable because you watch baseball and it's never usually like this. You never have these offensive outbursts. I mean, we're only in the third inning. We're almost at touchdown scores already.
Well, 4 home runs combined between the two teams here in the bottom of the third inning. And this is not an easy park to go deep in. One of the deepest in the CBL. And these guys have been making it look small. 1-2 count here on Diolio.
Almost starting to make it look like my old Little League field. That was about, I don't know, 230 down the line.
Just a 100-foot difference.
Nothing too crazy.
1-2 count here on Diolio. The right-hander McNeil ready and delivers. Diolio in the air, foul territory. Ibarra getting towards the screen. Manages to make the grab there in foul territory, and there's one away in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, good at bat for O'Neill, able to get that out back. Is giving up that home run. You had the 2-run lead going into this. London, a good job to cut that in half. Still only a 1-run game. As Evan said before we started this bottom half of the inning, the heart of the order right here for London. They've shown why they are the heart.
First pitch strike to Anoa there. Anoa didn't like it. And the fans behind the plate didn't like it either, but called strike nonetheless. 0-1. Anoa hits this one hard but foul, and so the count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on him. Oh, 2 count, 1 away here in the home half of the third inning. McNeil delivers. Inoa in the air to left. Zeppieri going back to the wall, running out of room, and it's out of here. Christian Inoa, second home run of the inning for the Majors. Fifth combined home run of the first 3 innings of this one, and we're tied. It's 5-5.
I have no words for anything that's going on here. I mean, it's so shocking to be able to watch this 5 home runs combined in the first 3 innings of this one. It's a 5-5 tie. You only have 1 out here in this inning. That was the pop-up behind the plate. Just, bat before. Now Starling Joseph, who has been a really good hitter since his return to the London lineup this season. And he already has a home run on the year. Honestly, I expect him to hit one out right here. I'm going to.
That's your prediction,
I'm going to start expecting it for every hitter in these lineups.
First pitch to Joseph laces this one to center field. Gross coming in, and he makes the catch on his shoe tops. There's 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Well, again, getting the out back after the London home run. This time it's Starling Joseph lining out to center.
Jaden Babiuk will step into the batter's box here for the Majors. Babiuk is 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to second base in his first trip. Takes low there for ball 1 from McNeil. McNeil up at 58 pitches through 2 2/3 innings. We've got some action off a mound down in the Kitchener bullpen. You touched on the light throwing that we saw earlier, Owen, but now some action off the rubber. That pitch misses outside to Babiuk there. Looked like he was beginning to square around to bunt, but pulled back.
I believe that is Bowen Cologne again warming up. He was warming up last inning as well. Took a little bit of time back in the dugout, but he's back up and moving.
2-1 count here on Babiuk, 2 away in the inning. The pitch fouled off, 2-2. The game last Friday night against the Welland Jackfish kind of started in a similar way with Payano on the mound, albeit far fewer home run, but high scoring early, and then things kind of petered out as the game went on.
Yeah, it was. It was a really heavy start for each offense, and it kind of slowed down as the night progressed. It was good pitching from both sides.
2-2 in the dirt. Babiuk doesn't go after it. Got nice and low, though, on that offering, and the count now runs full with 2 away. (3-2), 2 out, 2 home already in the inning for the Majors, thanks to a couple of solo home runs. Inside, that one hits Babiuk. Well, he certainly earned his way on base there as he takes that one on a 3-2 count and will reach first with 2 gone. Babiuk appears to be no worse for wear. And now we're going to get a mound visit here for Kitchener.
Yeah, so able to extend the inning is Jaden Babiuk, and a man that doubled his last time up in Jarrett Burney. Maybe able to do the same thing again, but also you never know. He might hit a ball into the Thames River for all I know.
Well, Jarrett Burney certainly did not bloop that double last time that he was at the plate. He put a charge into it into right center field. Burney is a guy, when he's going well, he is using all fields and driving the ball to that right center field gap. He had a triple in a similar spot in the Majors home opener this year against the Barrie Baycats, and I believe at least one of his home runs in Chatham was to right center field as well. Runner over at first base is Babiak after the hit by pitch. Fakes the break, doesn't run. Bernie takes low and outside, ball one. Ibarra thought it might have caught the zone.
This would be a real good opportunity for Jaden Babiak to try and steal second here. Already has 9 stolen bases this season.
Aggressive lead over at first for Babiak. Looks like he wants to run. McNeil checks on him. Babiak back with a dive. He's safe.
So Babiak really trying to mess with McNeil's head a little bit.
Well, based on that lead, Owen, I think he's running. If he takes a similar one, I would expect him to be on the move. You touched on the stolen bases he has already this year. Certainly has the speed to do it. Leaning towards second, not running. Strike one to Bernie.
He's really testing McNeil and Ibarra here. He came out a little bit further this time around, and maybe does the same again.
One count, 2 away in the inning. Here's the offering. That pitch misses. Ibarra throws down to first. Babiak is back safely. Long look down to third here for Bernie. McNeil comes set quickly here. Babiak running. Pitches a called strike. Throw from Ibarra is there in plenty of time. Ibarra catches Babiak stealing, and that will end the inning here in the bottom of the third. But the Majors get 2 runs back and tie the game thanks to a couple of solo shots off the bat of Christian Anoa and Trent Lenahan. It's 5-5 heading into the fourth. You're watching Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
To be the best, you've got to ring performance from every second. The game is getting faster every season. So Rawlings made a time machine to help you keep up. Introducing the all-new Velo ACP. It's light, it's balanced, so you can pick your pitch and drive the ball with maximum exit velocity. The game's gotten faster. Your bat has too.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Get ready, Chatham Kents. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham Kents, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
Back now at Labatt Memorial Park as the kids finish up running the bases here after the bottom of the third inning. Now, if you are a regular on our Majors TV broadcast, you will know that I am a big fan of the integrity of running the bases. To win the competition, to win the Qdoba Queso, you should have to touch all the bases. That's my narrative. That is, to me, the correct way of going about things. Now, I would say of the first 15 to 20 kids to complete the race, none of them touch any of the bases. Certainly not second. I was looking directly at second, and the first 15 people just skipped right over it.
Now, you do also have to put in mind that they're kids.
I
So it's
understand
anywhere-
that.
anywhere
I
from-
get it. I get it. But to me, if you're going out on the field, you want to touch the bases. You want to run the bases just like the pros. Don't skip the bases. And the majors have no way of policing the base running and saying you got to touch all the bases. Can't put somebody at every base and say, oh, yeah, the Owen in blue there, he's disqualified. He missed first base. You're not going to do that to the kids. I get it. But touch the bases, kids. Like, they were running on the grass. That's not running the bases. That's running the grass.
Well, to be fair, they've been doing that a lot.
Yes.
And the one goal on their mind is to win.
Yes.
I feel.
Everybody wants the queso.
Everybody wants it, and we saw it last week. We had the cam on one of the kids as well. He won the whole thing.
Did we really? So I wasn't part of the broadcast last week. I didn't realize that there was a camera on one of the kids.
There was, yeah.
Wow. Rafael Gross will lead off this inning. Takes a strike in the inside corner. How old was this kid? Like these kids are 12 and under, I think, right? Like you would have to be on the upper echelon of that to win the race. I would expect.
He had to be at least 10, I want to say.
Okay.
He had the size for it. So looking at him compared to the rest, it was kind of obvious who's the older one in that.
0-2 count here on Rafael Gross. Kids running the bases corner is now complete on Majors TV. Back to the game, which has been a good one so far. 5 runs for each team. 3 home runs for Kitchener. 2 for London in the ball game. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. How about that? 3 breaking balls from Payano. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Gross goes down swinging, and there's one gone here in the top of the 4th.
Well, a nice pitch there from Payano. As you said, the 3 breaking balls in there. That will be strikeout number 3 for him.
Payano trying to put up the first 0 in this ball game since the top of the 1st inning. Neither team has been held off the scoreboard since the top of the 1st, where Payano got a fly out, then it was catcher's interference, and then a double play ball to end the inning. We should have known when we got catcher's interference in the 1st inning that we were in for a weird one tonight, and 5 long balls certainly qualifies for that as Yosuke Fuji sends one hard to center field, but Jarrett Burney says no problem, makes the catch, and there's 2 gone in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, a really good start to the inning here for London is get the first 2 out, as you said. They haven't gotten a shutout inning since the top of the 1st. But it was still Victor Payano to do that, so he has already done it today. He's trying to work his way back into his mindset. And if he can get it right here, then 100% he is back in the right mind.
Josh Williams hits that one hard in the hole, and it's a base hit. A 2-out single for Williams, and he's aboard for Charlie Towers, the number 9 hitter.
Well, an aggressive piece of hitting from Josh Williams going at Payano early in the count. Kind of was able to put it right in between Lenahan and Noah. And a little bit of life here for Kitchener in the top of the 4th.
Towers reached base in his first trip to the plate via a walk. Got ahead in the count 3-0. Payano then threw him a strike and then allowed him to reach base. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike to Towers. It's 0-1.
That was definitely not what Towers expected, a first pitch breaking ball. It almost looked like as it was coming in, he was looking fastball. Saw the spin on it. And
it was a good breaking ball there, but doesn't get the call, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike count, 2 out here in the inning. Payano ready on the rubber. Offering to Towers, good fastball just off the plate. Payano asking where that one missed. I don't know if Payano's getting an answer when he asks, because it's not the first time he's asked, and it's not the first time the home plate umpire has responded by showing him the count instead. But we, of course, are not privy to any conversation being had between the umpire and the pitcher. Two-one count, 2 out. Payano ready. Here's the offering. Fastball right down Broadway. 2-2.
Well, that pitch was one that you won't need to question if you're Victor Payano. A good fastball right in the heart of the zone that Towers just kind of spits on.
2-2, 2 out. Pitch from Payano on the way. Hit on the ground to second base. Sanoa to his right, botches it. So the inning drags on. It'll be an error on Anoa over at second base, and 2 on now for the top of the order with 2 out.
And the top of the order that did damage its last time around. Starting with this man right here, Matteo Zeppieri, with the home run into right, which we don't see very often. Here in London, the wind kind of likes to go towards left center kind of area, so it's a bit of a struggle for left-handed hitters to pull the ball here.
Big lead for Williams over at second base for Kitchener. Pitch to Zeppieri, a breaking ball, drops in for a strike. Zeppieri tried to duck, but did not fool the home plate umpire. That's a breaking ball that misses this time. Payano can't believe it. Neither can Michael Escato at second. Roop Chanderdat voicing his displeasure from the Majors dugout. And now, Roop getting warned by the home plate umpire. Payano lives off that breaking ball in the corner. He needs that call. He executes it really well. And he's not been getting anything on that corner tonight, whether it's a fastball, a breaking ball, or otherwise. Scott Cameron has not been giving it to him. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, flared, up the middle, base hit. Williams getting the stop sign at third, and the bases are loaded with 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning.
Keeping this inning alive is the Kitchener Panthers. That's two singles in the inning, one by Williams, who's at third, the other by Zeppieri. Just now, Roop Chanderdat will come out to just talk to Victor Payano.
Payano's getting hit around more than he is used to in this game. Not just the long balls, but 6 hits already for Kitchener into the 4th inning. And in reality, this inning should probably be over if it wasn't for the error over at second base that extended it.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate play. Ball just kind of took a bad hop on Inoa, caught the heel of his glove, and there's nothing you can really do on those kinds of plays. And it's been very fortunate for the Panthers. Now just need to try and capitalize, get a run going.
Yosvani Penalve will step into the batter's box here for Kitchener. Bases loaded, 2 out. Victor Payano retired the first 2 batters of this inning. Since then, it's been single, error, and single. Breaking ball, drops in there for a strike. 0-1. The scoreboard showing 1 and 2 here. That is, I believe, the first pitch of the at-bat to Penalve, if I'm not mistaken. That one in the air. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Williams comes in to score. Towers getting the wave. The throw from Bernie comes into second, and it's a 2-run single for Yosvani Penalve. Kitchener is up 7-5.
Well, as we said, the inning continuing on the unfortunate error. Kitchener is able to do some damage off of it. As that play kind of cost London there. as this Kitchener offense will continue to keep rolling.
30 runs in their past 13 innings.
Insane.
Malik Williams into the batter's box here for the Panthers. Has Zeppieri over at third and Penalve at first. Zeppieri a massive lead. Here's the pitch. Penalve fakes a break. Williams chops it foul.
Yeah, Zeppieri's lead, he's practically about halfway to home plate already. Payano not trying to focus on the runners as much.
Action in the Majors bullpen. A left-hander starting to get loose. 0-1. Williams chops it to second, and Owa gobbles this one up, throws to first in time, and so the inning is over. But not before Kitchener extends it, gets a couple of runs after an error prolongs the frame, and they're back up 7-5. And both teams looking for their first 0 since the first inning, as the Majors give up another pair here.
Yeah, we've still yet to see a 0 so far. It has definitely been it has been very exciting tonight, I will say that.
If you like runs, this has been the game for you.
Yes, and we talk about, Justin and I, we've talked about it a good bit over the last couple of weeks. As Justin always says, he loves a good pitcher's duel. He loves a 1-0 game. This is not a game he would love, I believe.
It's been high scoring as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard right now. This is the only real high-scoring game. Barrie is up 4-2 on Toronto. Hamilton up 2-0 on Guelph, and Brantford up 2-0 on Welland. Great look at our out-of-town scoreboard here. Our producer, Keegan MacArthur, always advancing us technologically here on the broadcast. This is the latest creation of his that allows us to see 3 games on the go around the CBL. It's a 4-game night in the league, so every team but one in action. The busiest this league can get, and why not? A beautiful Friday night, no matter where you are. And a rare Friday night at Christie Pitts in Toronto. As the Majors head back to the bats here in the bottom of the 4th inning with a new arm on the mound, it is Bowen Cologne.
It is Bowen Cologne. He's at 7. He's been in 7 games so far this season, totaling a ERA of 2.25, so he has been really strong so far. In his 8 innings, he's 11 strikeouts. His last appearance coming back last Saturday, he faced the Guelph Royals, doing an inning, facing 4 batters, 2 strikeouts and a walk in that one, as he has really been consistent, has not given up a run since the end of May. That was against the Hamilton Cardinals in Kitchener. He did face London back on the 21st. That was in Kitchener. He got the save in a Kitchener win there.
The line is closed on Owen McNeil. 3 innings through 67 pitches, 6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts, hit a batter, gave up 2 long balls. As Jarrett Burney will be the first man to greet Cologne here. Burney slapped a double into the gap at his first trip to the plate, and then his last at-bat was cut short by a caught stealing. Good arm from Cologne. You can see the velocity as that pitch misses up and away for ball 1 on Burney. 1-0. Didn't miss by much, but misses, and it's 2-0. Owen, to your point, our good friend and colleague Justin Kohler, who is out sick for us tonight, we hope you're feeling better, Justin, is in the chat saying he would be happier if the score was lower. That pitch there for a strike, 2-1.
I know he would be a lot happier, however, I am very content with the situation we're in.
2-1 to Burney. Misses, 3-1.
Well, we've been seeing that a lot. The low and inside pitch has not really been called, as Scott Cameron has kind of given the advantage to the hitter on those.
And now Burney gets hit. Second time in this ball game where a Major has gotten to 3 balls and been hit. Cologne obviously did not do that intentionally, But still frustrating for Bernie. I'm sure he would have preferred to just take a ball as opposed to eating one in order to take his base.
Because I'm sure it would have been a lot nicer, a lot easier on him as well. But it's a fastball that just kind of gets away from Cologne. It was kind of a rough start to the at-bat. You haven't really been getting the calls you've been asking for, and that's a pitch that obviously not intentional. The fans will definitely get riled up for that one.
First pitch misses up and inside now to David Dreyers in the batter's box. Cologne, his longest outing of the season was 2 innings, so it'll be interesting to see how long the Panthers let him ride in this one. They would love to get some length out of somebody tonight, I'm sure. That pitch misses high. Somewhat remarkably, in a 23-14 game, they didn't use all that many arms yesterday. Just 4 in the contest. Evan Elliott, Gavin McLean, Brad Reed, and Jacob Liberta. 2-0 inside. All that to say the bullpen is pretty fresh, you'd think, for Kitchener, despite the fact they gave up a 14 spot yesterday and won the game, I might add. Cologne showing his frustration on the mound, behind in the count, 3-0. Pitch to Dreyers. Misses. Ball 4. Back-to-back bases on balls. Suppose one was a hit by pitch, and now there's 2 on for the top of the order. And that's going to lead to a mound visit here for Kitchener as Ibarra goes out there to try to settle his right-handed arm.
Well, kind of an unfortunate start. Only 1 strike through the first 2 batters faced. And now is when you get into a bit of a difficult spot. You have the top of the order coming up with nobody out, and really just trying to calm down Cologne here.
Believe that is the pitching coach Gianfranco Rizzo going out there to try to calm down Cologne as Escato will step into the batter's box. Cologne has thrown 8 pitches so far, just 1 of them a strike. He's been close on some of the misses, further out on others, and Escato will look to drag the majors back into this one here. Down by 2 with 2 on and nobody out. Williams in over at first base, playing in front of the runner Dreyers. Towers in a little bit at third. Escato squares to bunt, pulls back, ball 1.
Going back to your point earlier, only using 4 pitchers in a game where you have 14 runs. They've used 11 pitchers this season, so if you're combining the 2 games, you only use 6 pitchers. You still have 5 available for this game.
Yep.
So if you are at Kitchener, you are still in a very good spot here.
6 straight balls. Well, more going back to the Bernie at-bat. Escato has tried to square twice and pulled back twice. Pulls back. No, didn't pull back this time. Gets called on the swing, and it's 2-1. It had been 8 straight balls dating back to the Bernie plate appearance. Two-one count. Escato squaring early again. Gets it down. Foul. Foul. Hit off his bat a couple of times. So all over it there was the home plate umpire, Scott Cameron. And the count moves to 2-2.
Yeah, Escato kind of wanted to get that baseball out a little more. Unfortunately, it just went off the bottom of the barrel, came straight down. So he unfortunately makes contact with it with his own body.
2 on, nobody out, 2-2 count here to Escato. Pitch on its way, double steal, line drive into the gap, it's going to get down, it's going to split the outfielders. Birdie coming home, Dreyer's getting the wave around third. The Majors put the runners in motion, and they capitalize to tie the game on a 2-run, 2-strike double for Michael Escato.
That's what happens when you put runners on base here against the London Majors. They're so fast and so aggressive on the base pass that you're going to have chances like that, especially with one of the hottest hitters in all of the CBL. His second hit of the day is Michael Escato's, his third RBI already in his 3 plate appearances. And just like that, to the first 3 hitters of this inning, we are tied up again.
What a game. What a game so far. 7-7 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tucker Zadunik into the batter's box for London. Back and forth we go. Pitch to Zadunik. Up and away. 1-0.
We have seen each team come up to hit 4 times in this one, and they've only been shut out once. That was, again, back in the top of the first.
1-0 count. Here's the offering. That's there for a strike. It's 1-1 here on Zadunik. Majors went up 2. Kitchener tied things up. Majors went up 1. Kitchener went up a couple. Majors tied it up. Kitchener back up a couple. Majors have tied it up again. As Zadunik takes outside, it's 2-1.
Now another dangerous chance. As we said before, Michael Escato has that great speed.
That pitch in the dirt. Nice pick by Ibarra back there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4, chance getting going again. Still nobody out in the inning, Owen. Majors are in business with a runner in scoring position. Heart of the order coming up. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Up and away, ball 4. Cologne walks a 3rd batter this inning. And the Majors have first and second with nobody out.
So 3 free bases given up against the first 4 hitters here for London. A man who has already homered in this one, Trent Lenahan. He's 2 for 2 so far, a double, a home run, each of those coming with RBIs on them. He's got 2 already, 2 men on.
First pitch to Lenahan, up and in, ball 1. Cologne now up at 20 pitches, Owen. 5 of them have been strikes. 15 of 20 have missed the zone. That doesn't include the pitch that Escato offered at that was off the plate and didn't pull back the bunt attempt on. Now Escato dancing, so Cologne looks him back. Crowd getting on Cologne here at Labatt Park.
That's definitely one thing you don't want to happen if you're a road team here in Labatt, is getting these fans riled up and just screaming at you.
Now a spin move. Sorry, Owen, to cut you off. Some dancing over there. Scansey started to work in. Cologne wanted to throw over, and Cologne saying, get over there. I wanted to throw that ball. Well, now he's disengaged twice. So advantage Escato. He can only get off the mound 1 more time. He has to get him here. If he doesn't, it's a balk. 1-0 count. Lenahan in the box. Escato running inside. Throw from Ibarra, not in time. A double steal for the Majors. And they've got 2 in scoring position with nobody out of the inning.
We'll turn that into stolen base number 9 on the year for Michael Escato. Turn that into stolen base number 2 for Tucker Zadunik as well. You know that Cologne can't look back at you without getting the out, so try and be as aggressive as possible if you are London.
2-0. Nowhere close. 3-0. Cologne very frustrated out there. Action now in the Kitchener bullpen. A right-hander just starting to get loose.
It has been 7 straight balls from Bowen Cologne here.
Crowd chanting ball 8. Lenahan in the box. 3-0. Strike 1.
That's a big confidence boost right there for Cologne. All you need is just to get a strike in there, and you know you can be okay. Eloan Serrata warming up in the Kitchener bullpen.
Lenahan fouls that one back, so the count runs full here. Still nobody out of the inning. Serrata getting loose, as you mentioned, Owen. Lenahan trying to drive home the 2 runs in scoring position here. 2 extra base hits in the ball game for him. The 3-2 pitch off the plate outside. Cologne frustrated. Throw down from Ibarra. Escato back. So it is a second consecutive walk, I should say. A third walk this inning, plus a hit batsman on a 4th ball. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for Eduardo Diolio here.
Now, is there really any other person you want in this situation than Eduardo Diolio? Again, has struggled this season with the power. 0 for 2 today, a flyout and a pop out. Only two home runs this season. If you're London, this is the perfect chance to get the 3rd.
And he gets hit. The fastball runs in and catches Diolio on the lower back. Cologne hits him. A run will score, and it's 8-7 Majors. Diolio in some pain.
That ball caught him right in between the numbers. That's right on the spine. That's probably one of the worst spots you want to be hit as a hitter.
Second hit batsman this inning for Cologne, who has been nowhere close in the frame. The umpires, all 4 of them congregating. So Diolio will reach first here. Majors up by a run. Diolio probably hoping he could have done it in a different way. 26 pitches for Cologne, 7 strikes. Christian Inoa will step into the batter's box. And I'll be honest with you, I'm very surprised Bowen Cologne is still in this game.
A little bit, yeah. Nobody warming up in the bullpen anymore for Kitchener. And
still nobody out of the inning.
Still nobody out in the inning. You have seen this will be hitter number 6 of the inning. So an interesting one to look for here. It's just been a rough inning for Cologne. He has not had the command he's wanted so far, and it's come to bite him a little bit.
Inoa went deep last time up. Takes a strike there on the outside corner, kind of backed out of the batter's box, and don't necessarily blame him. Cologne working quickly to Inoa. That one's there for a strike. It's 0-2. Cologne rocking into the windup. Here's the pitch. Sails high over the head of Inoa. It's 1-2 here.
This inning has really riled up these stands here. It's been getting real loud.
1-2, up and in again. 2-2.
Maybe a little bit of action starting up again for Kitchener.
Fouled off by Inoa there. Stays alive on a good fastball. Cologne certainly has the velocity. but has not found the command in this inning for Kitchener. The 2-2. Misses. Count runs full now on Inoa with the bases loaded and nobody out.
This is a pitch you need to get in the zone if you're Bowen Cologne. If you don't, this is...
It's ball 4, Owen. Walks in another run and losing his composure on the mound. Looks like that might be the end of his day. So Cologne getting a visit here from Panthers skipper Pete Kiefer, and second mound visit here this inning, which I believe would indicate that Cologne is now done. So unable to record an out, and the Majors have the bases loaded, nobody out here going into the bottom of the 4th inning, up by a score of 9-7. We will take a quick break, bring you the pitching change when we come back. You're watching Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving, we trying, keep shining, living in a world where we...
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Get ready, Chatham Kents. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The All-Star weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
Back now at Labatt Park. Elian Serrata taking over on the mound here for the Kitchener Panthers in relief of Bowen Cologne.
Yeah, Elian Serrata has had a bit of a tough start to the year. He's played in 5 games and tallying 13 and a third innings. He's given up 14 runs on 19 hits for a 9.45 ERA, so has definitely struggled. He gave up two runs in an inning and a third last time Kitchener was in London. That was back on June the 5th, so maybe a little better performance here from him today. Obviously the rough start to the inning for this Kitchener pitching staff. Starling Joseph will come up. Still nobody out.
So Joseph into the batter's box is 1 for 2 on the day. Joseph, the 8th man to hit in this inning. Lenahan at third, Diolio at second, Inoa at first. The offering on its way to Joseph. Off the plate outside, ball 1. Serrata coming in with kind of a sidearm 3/4 crossfire delivery. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One ball, one strike here. That pitch misses. 2-1. Two ball, one strike count here. That pitch off the plate outside.
This is a chance where you really need an out if you're the Kitchener Panthers. Obviously tougher now.
Ernesto Pinala's on the mound, not Elian Serrata. Apologies. Fouled off here. Pinala's crossfire delivery for the Kitchener Panthers.
Penales has only been in one other game so far this year. He went 2 1/3 against the Guelph Royals back on Saturday. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits.
Well, he's walked in a run here, and the Majors are up by a score of 10-7. Perhaps not the most exciting way to go up 10-7, but the Majors have gotten another run home thanks to a base on balls.
The 5th walk in the inning. The 7th free pass to first base in the inning.
Panthers pitching have walked 7 batters, have hit 3 so far in the ball game. As Jaden Babiak will step into the batter's box. Bases remain loaded. Diolio and Noah Joseph. Babiak takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Babiak was hit by a pitch back in the bottom of the 3rd, which feels like forever ago now.
Sure does.
He was
0-2.
He was caught stealing to end the 3rd. So he is the 9th hitter that we're seeing from the Majors this inning.
Behind the count here, pitch to Babiak on its way, rolled over to second base. Scansey on it, throws to second for 1. Nice scoop there by Yosuke Fuji. A run comes across to score. It's 11-7, but Kitchener gets the out at second.
So a fielder's choice on that one, and we go right back to where we started this inning. This is Jared Burney yet again. He was hit by a pitch earlier, came around to score.
Oh, and how long has Victor Payano been sitting on that Majors bench?
It has been a... How bored do you think he is?
Oh, there's lots to do in that dugout. Lots of guys to talk to. I'm sure he's fine. First pitch to Burney, skied in the air right field. Towards the line, Penalve. He's got it lined up, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Inoa. The throw will come into second base, so it's a sacrifice fly for Jared Burney, and the Majors are up 12-7.
So it's been a 7-run inning here for the London Majors, and we said back in the 3rd that hopefully we might see one team get shut out for a half inning. It's not really looking like that's going to happen here.
No, certainly not. First pitch cut on and missed there by Dreyers. It has been, Owen, according to our stream, a 23-minute inning so far. And I'll tell you, it's felt like more. That's there for a strike. 0-2.
Victor Payano probably had the chance to take a nap during the game.
0-2 count here, 2 out. Pinales on the mound, dealing to David Dreyers here. Dreyers reaches for that one, able to get a piece, foul it straight back. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 7 here in the fourth for the Majors. 2-3-2 for Kitchener in the second, third, and fourth after a scoreless first. Pinales ready on the rubber. Here's the offering. Upstairs. 1 and 2 here to Dreyers.
More action in the Kitchener bullpen.
1-2 on its way. Off the plate outside. Doesn't get the call. 2-2.
So as that bat started 0-2, Dreyers is still able to stay patient here. He's able to tie this count up.
Runner going from first is Babiak. Throw down to second. Gets away. It's a stolen base there for Babiak, and he's into scoring position.
So even getting caught stealing his last time, still had the right confidence and aggression to do it. Yet again, this time it works out in his favor. And another runner in scoring position here for the Majors.
Pitch on its way. Dreyers reaches for it high in the air on the infield, moving over Towers. He'll cut off Fuji and make the catch, but not before the Majors strike for 7 in the inning. They've got their biggest lead of the night. They're up 5. It's 12-7 London as we head to the 5th. You're watching Majors Baseball on Majors TV. Back now at Labatt Park, get a look at the scoreboard. A lot of runs up there, Owen.
Yes, there is. You know, we said before the 37 in 9 innings last night. We're already at 19 here. We're only through 4. You look like
there's so many innings
very
left.
Tired of this.
What a game so far. What a game. Junior Ibarra will lead things off here for the Panthers. Victor Payano, the lefty, back out there for the Majors. Pitch is high for ball 1. Credit to the Majors for rolling with the punches in that 4th inning. They weren't getting strikes. They weren't swinging anything. When they did, they took advantage.
So they did. Every swing they had was a pretty productive one. Is a little more action in the London bullpen, possibly. We saw Dusty Davidson up last inning. He's kind of still up and stretching a little bit.
1-1 count in the dirt. 2-1. Well, we'll give you a little preview of what's to come in the middle of the 5th inning. The Canadian Baseball League has partnered with Gummy Gains protein gummies. Owen and I will be trying them mid-5.
Should be interesting.
2-1. Ibarra maybe broke his bat there as he skies a pop-up into shallow left. Michael Escato tracks it down, and there's one away here at the top of the 5th.
Now, one thing about these gummies.
Let's save it. Let's save it.
Okay, we will save it.
We got time mid-5. I want to hear your point.
Okay.
But I want to hear it over a gummy.
We will get it. We'll get it on camera.
Zane Scansey into the batter's box here for Kitchener. Scansey 0 for 2 in the ball game. 7 runs on 7 hits for the Panthers tonight. Majors have 12 runs on 7 hits as well, which tells you just how many free passes they've gotten. That one there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Scansey didn't like it. I think it might have been bit of a makeup call for that first pitch that probably could have been called a strike.
Yeah, even though Victor Payano hasn't really been getting the calls on that lower part of the zone, he's still doing everything he can to challenge it.
Breaking ball catches the outside. 1-2. 1-2 count, 1 out. Lefty Payano readies on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Payano freezes Scansey, 2 gone in the top of the 5th inning.
Strikeout number 4 right there for Victor Payano. His first one where he's got a batter to strike out looking. So now Scansey is 0 for 3. He'll bring up Rafi Gross, who has already struck out twice today.
Payano ready on the rubber. Here's the offering. Breaking ball, there for a strike, 0-1. Gross doesn't like the call. Owen, I will dare to say it now. We are 2 strikes away from our first 0 since the top of the first, where Payano shut down the Panthers in order. Rolled over foul, 0-2.
Well, you know what I'm going to say now. If they do score here, I'm going to blame it on you. We've had too many instances of that happening that the blame has to be put on us at some point, I feel like.
0-2, fastball. Gross thought about it, didn't chase. They appealed down to first, but pretty clear he did not go. 1-2. The 1-2 on its way from Payano. Wave and a miss, strike 3. Victor Payano sets down the Panthers in order. 2 of them via the strikeout, and the Majors maintain their 12-7 lead. They put up the first 0 in this ballgame since the top of the first.
Well, there we go. Just what we wanted to see right there is this heavily offensive game has finally got another 0.
Okay. It's time to try the gummy game. So let's show what we've got here, Owen, because you have, what is it, sour peach?
Sour peach going on.
And I have blue raspberry, okay? And together we are going to try these gummy games. Now, tell us what you were saying earlier before I cut you off.
My point for this is, unfortunately, the gummies have melted a little bit, so mine is just one massive piece of peach right here. So
wow. Well, there's 11 grams of protein in these gummies. They say it's the perfect balance between carbs and protein. Now, I am not a nutrition guy. I don't know what that perfect balance is, but I am trusting them that they have found it. So let me open up my gummy gains.
Yours is the same.
Okay. Let's try to rip off a chunk here. All right.
I'm just going to take a bite out of this thing, I feel like.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. That's terrific.
You know what?
That's really good.
They're not wrong when it says it tastes amazing.
You know what? I was worried because I was like, you know what? This is a sponsor of the CBL. If I don't like this, I'm going to have to act like I like it. I really like this. This is really good. I would eat this. This is terrific. Oh, my goodness. Well, if you hear us chewing throughout the rest of the broadcast, we are eating our gummy gains, a proud supporter of the CBL. No artificial sweeteners. Great source of protein. They say good. I say great. Natural flavors and colors, optimal carb-protein ratio, gluten and soy-free, halal-friendly. You can't go wrong with gummy gains. Owen and I will be gaining with our gummies throughout the broadcast. Majors back to the bats, top of the order. Michael Escato into the batter's box. Takes a pitch off the plate outside, ball 1. Panthers thought they had a strike there.
So coming back into the home side of the 5th, we saw 7 runs put up in the 4th. Hoping for a little more, if you're a London fan, hoping for a nice strong defensive inning
High fly ball right center field. After it goes Gross, still going back, and that ball is out of here. For the second consecutive Friday night, Michael Escato has gone deep, and it's 13-7 Majors.
Well, what is that? 6 now in the game combined. That is Michael Escato's third hit of the night as well, as extending the lead to 6 thanks to home run number 2 on the season, and starting right where they left off in the bottom half of the 4th.
Tucker Zadunik into the batter's box here for the Majors. London now up by 6. By the way, if you like a high-scoring game, if you like the Gummy Gains content, please like this video and subscribe to our London Majors YouTube channel. We're nearing 2,500 subscribers. We would love to get there soon. So if you haven't subscribed yet, if you're watching tonight's broadcast, now is a great time to go hit that subscribe button, because this has been an entertaining one so far. 1-1 to Zadunik, misses. 2 balls, 1 strike here. That one misses. 3 balls and a strike.
You hear the ball 4 chants yet again here.
Zadunik scorches this one to right. In comes Penalve into a dive. Can't make the catch. It's a base hit for Zadunik. A hard line drive that falls in and right. And the Majors have a base runner here. Still nobody out in the inning.
Well, you go for the leadoff home run from Michael Escato, and then you go to the single for Tucker Zadunik. That makes him 1 for 2 today. However, his 3rd time reaching base, because he's also walked twice.
Zadunik now the 6th Major to get into the hit column today. Babiak, Diolio, and Dreyers the only 3 without a hit in the ball game for London. That pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Trent Lanahan, he is 2 for 2 today, a walk as well. So he has reached base every chance he's had.
Gets jammed there. Lanahan, a triple and a single shy of the cycle in the game. Escato now just a triple shy of the cycle after the long ball. Lanahan rips this one into left field. It's a base hit. So back-to-back hard-hit singles for the Majors. They've got 2 on with nobody out, and they are in business once again.
3 straight hits to start the inning. It is the 4th time Lanahan has reached base today. Now, Eduardo Diolio's at bat last inning was cut short because of the hit by pitch. He is still 0 for 2 today. He's looking for his first hit. And this would be a great time to get that.
Runner in scoring position is Zadunik over at second base. Lanahan stands over at first. Here's the offering. Diolio takes the ball. It's 1-0.
Trying to keep what they had going last inning, the 7-run 4th. We've reached the 20 run mark here.
We have. We've come this far. Might as well hit 37.
I'd say you try and beat that.
3-0 count here on Diolio. Looking to keep the rally going here at Labatt Park. Forrest certainly hoping he can do that. 3-0 pitch. Off the plate outside, ball 4. So Diolio works a walk. Bases are loaded for Christian Inoa.
Christian Inoa has already homered in this one. Reached base all 3 times. He's got the home run and 2 walks, so 1 for 1 on the day.
And Owen, a big RBI spot here. Pitch to him, there for a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 home. Misses, ball 1. Pinala's 18 strikes on 34 pitches so far. That one off the plate outside. 2-1.
You really want to stay ahead in the count on these London hitters. Kitchener has struggled to do that.
Waves at the breaking ball there, and it's 2-2.
As long as you can try and keep the count even, there's always a chance. But once you get behind, it's very difficult to get back in it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Hit hard to shortstop. Fuji flips to second for 1. Scansey on to Williams at first. Double play. Majors get a run on the double play, but 2 out now in the inning with a runner over at third.
So good job by Christian and Noah just to get the bat on the ball and able to get Escato in. That will make it 14-7 in a game where Kitchener was up 7-5, has now turned the other way around.
Majors doubling up on the Panthers right now. Runner over at third, 2 out. Starling Joseph in the box takes high, ball 1. Pinala's ready on the rubber. Here's the offering. Misses. 2-0. I think Pinala's and Ibarra wondering where that one missed. Joseph waves at it. 2-1.
So still a chance to get another run in here. Lenahan is just 90 feet away. Starling Joseph he's singled back in his first plate appearance. Walked his last time up, so looking for it.
Chops this one. Down the third baseline. Tough play. Pinala's across the diamond in time to get him. Joseph couldn't beat it out. But the Majors get 2 in the inning, extend their lead. It's 14-7 London. As we head to the top of the 6th inning, you're watching Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving, we trying, keep shining, living in a world where we colliding.
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Shine on.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed on every level of the home.
Install working CO alarms today.
It's the law.
Get ready, Chatham Kents. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing in Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
Hockey isn't a game, it's a legacy. VMF Sportswear builds custom pro-level jerseys, socks, and apparel, like team hoodies and workout wear. Your colors, your crest, your identity. Create yours now.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. the all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Get ready, Chatham Kent.
Back now at Labatt Memorial Park as you get a look at the new arm on the mound for the London Majors. It is the left-hander, Dustin Davidson.
Yeah, Davidson has been seen in 6 games so far. That's spread across 5 innings pitched. He's been pretty solid, a 1.8 ERA in those 5 innings, which only counts to 1 run, only giving up 4 hits. His last appearance came on June 5th right in this very park against the Kitchener Panthers. Only went 1/3 of an inning, gave up a run in 3 batters faced. He has yet to go more than an inning so far this season, so look to see how much he is used by Rip Chandadet tonight.
First pitch misses for ball 1 to Yosuke Fuji. In case anybody's wondering how the between innings went up here in the booth, we were both scarfing down our gummy gains. I don't have much left, but I will be getting after it after the 6th inning. Fouled off at the plate there by Fuji, 1-1.
So like scarfing it down is a bit of an
well, you know, it's a little melted, so it's somewhat difficult to eat. I told you I didn't feel proper in the way I was eating it. I kind of opened up the bag and was just having a bite. But it's worth it. Tastes good.
It does.
And it's healthy. 1-1. Off the plate outside. 2-1.
Now I want to know if we can get these every week.
I don't even know how they got up here. I got no idea.
I don't know either. I wasn't here when they came up, but
2-2 count. I don't know if we can get a camera on it, but at the top of the third base grandstand, there appears to be quite the conversation between Forrest and Forrest. You can see it there. Look at that. Look at that. Forrest and Forrest behind the score bug there. 2-2. Off the plate outside, 3-2. Can we get another shot of that, I wonder? Maybe a close-up on Forrest and Forrest in the top corner of the third base grandstand. Count is full here on Fuji. Davidson ready. Look at that. That's impressive. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fuji down on strikes. Stiolio to Lenahan to complete the putout, and there's one gone. I mean, that costume is unbelievable. It's even got the writing on the left side of the shirt.
It does.
It's Forrest, and it's Forrest. Got the baseball pants on and everything.
They were really deep into conversation. Now getting interrupted by.
Can you get deep into conversation with a mascot, Owen?
I'm sure in your head you can.
Josh Williams into the batter's box here for Kitchener. Pitch from Davidson is off the plate outside, ball 1.
Josh Williams 1 for 2 today. A ground out and a single.
Williams hits this one hard to the hole. It's another base hit for Josh Williams, second of the ball game, and he's aboard with 1 out in the inning.
We'll make it a second base hit for him today of almost the exact same spot as his first one, right in between Noah and Lenahan on that right side. And runner on with 1 away.
Towers into the box, the number 9 hitter. And looks like we've got a pinch runner over at first base here for Kitchener. Williams is out of the ball game. See if we can get a number on that pinch runner at some point here. That pitch misses to Towers. It's 1-0.
Charlie Towers has not registered an at-bat just yet. He walked and then reached on an error his last time up.
That's there for a strike. It's 1-1. Runner goes from first. No throw from Diolio, so it's a stolen base for the pinch runner here for the Panthers.
Yeah, the pinch runner here for Kitchener, that is Jamie Cabral in to replace Josh Williams.
1-2 count here on Towers. Cabral out at second, swinging a miss, strike three. So Davidson gets the punch out, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the 6th inning.
Well, Davidson has seen 3 hitters so far in this inning. He's struck out 2. And he's given up a single as well, so has kind of taken control of this inning so far. Quickly 2 away.
First pitch misses. It's ball 1 to Matteo Zeppieri. Zeppieri's had quite the night at the plate.
Yes, he has. He's 2 for 3 today. A single, a home run, resulting in 2 RBIs for him.
Hits this one hard to first. Nice stop on the backhand from Trent Lanahan. And it's another quick inning for the Majors defensively. Another 0 put up on the scoreboard as we head to the home half of the 6th. 14-7 remains the score.
So with that back-to-back zeros here for the London Majors on the defensive side, and their pitching staff is really starting to get in a groove here. Dusty Davidson, the first pitcher we see in relief.
Well, 5.5 in the books here in the middle of the 6th inning. We're going to go catch up with Evan Fredrickson. Evan, it has been a while. How you doing down there?
Gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm doing quite well. The offense has just taken over completely, but I want to switch gears and go into a segment I like to call the Memorial Bullpen Breakdown. Now, I want to highlight a few arms of 2 newcomers and 1 superstar that the Majors have. The 2 that I want to highlight, Cade Douglas and Dustin Davidson, like you just saw, have been pitching absolutely excellent. Both Douglas and Davidson have an ERA under 2 and both have 10 strikeouts on the season. And what I love is that they can both be used in high leverage situations. And then the last arm I like to highlight, Skylar Janice. What can you say about that man? Just absolutely filthy stuff. 5 saves, has an ERA of 1.5. And guys, this bullpen just keeps getting better and better and better as the season goes on. Guys.
Sure has been, Evan. The bullpen has been an impressive one so far this year for the Majors, and they're trying to continue that success as the season rolls along. It's been an important piece of this Majors ball club because they've been able to lock things down late in games, and Roop Chanardad said before the season that was a real point of emphasis for him coming into this year.
Yeah, it was, and the bullpen has really been solid. A team ERA of 3.82, just the bullpen arms alone of 4.31. They have been really strong, and when you really get into the depth of this bullpen, I mean, you have Caleb Casey, Miguel Sereno, Dustin Davidson, Cade Douglas, Skylar Janice, Zach Laird, and Alex Springer. Those are all some pretty good names when you look through the league, and all of them have been exceptional. Even though some may haven't been in as many games as others, they've still been very productive on the bump for London this year.
Jaden Babiak in the box here for the Majors. Behind in the count 0-1. Inside 1-1. One pitch fouled off, and the count is 1-2 now.
So it is still Ernesto Penales in this ball game. He's had a quick stint in the 4th. Only got through the 5th, only giving up 2. There's no action in the Kitchener bullpen as of yet. And everyone is seated.
That one on the ground to second base. Scansey fields, throws to first, 1 away to begin the bottom of the 6th. Jarrett Burney into the batter's box now here for the Majors. 1 for 1. Hit by pitch and a sac fly to go along with his double in his first trip to the plate.
It's been a very strong game all around here for London, even though the Victor Payano giving up 7 in this one. It hasn't really seemed to build any pressure here from London.
0-2 now, quickly on Bernie here. As he falls behind in the count, Piniella is certainly having his best hitting of the night so far. Bernie hits this one hard in the hole. Fuji to his right. Nice backhand stop. Plants, throws across the diamond. Good stretch from Malik Williams. And there's 2 gone.
Well, how about that throw from short from Yusuke Fuji, turning into his right. Even with this speedy Jared Bernie over there sprinting over the first, it didn't become much of an issue for Fuji because he's got just that strong of an arm to get the throw over in time.
David Dreyer's into the batter's box here, lines this one straight back at the backstop. It's 0-1. Majors holding on to a 7-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Their performance in the 4th created some separation between them and the Panthers as that one's off the plate outside. It's 1-1. One home, fouled straight back, 1-2.
The pitching kind of starting to get in a bit of a groove here so far.
1-2, rolled over, shortstop, Fuji charging, comes in on it, throws across the diamond again, in time. 3 up, 3 down, and for the first time tonight, the Kitchener Panthers have put up a 0 defensively. 6 innings in the books here at Labatt Park. Majors still up 7. You're watching London and Kitchener on Majors TV.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making. Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
We got this, united, step it up, keep on thriving. We trying, keep shining, living in a world where we.
When we're together, amazing things happen. Feel what it means to be greater together.
Turn on.
Back inside Labatt Memorial Park. New arm on the mound to kick off the top of the 7th inning. It is Cade Douglas with sparkling numbers this season.
Yes, he has. He hasn't pitched since June the 6th. That was back in Guelph. However, has pitched in 6 games this season for a total of 7 innings. Has only given up the 1 run. That gives him a 1.29 ERA. That's what Evan kind of mentioned in the middle of the 6th, as he has just been exceptional so far. His last time against the Kitchener Panthers, coming back on the 28th of May, he went an inning, didn't give up a hit, didn't give up a base runner. He went 1-2-3 with a strikeout in that one. Look for him to try and do the same thing here, which is how strong he's been all season long.
We got a new man behind the plate for the Majors. That is Jaden Babiak taking over the catching duties, which would indicate there is a new man in left field as well. Appears to be Ryder Hancock, according to the information we're receiving. So Hancock comes into the game in Diolio's spot and takes over in left field. Babiak moves from left field to catcher, barring any other changes. That one's there for a strike to Yosvani Penalve. That pitch misses. It's 1-1.
So Eddie Diolio taking the rest of the night off. Obviously, he took a fastball right to the middle of the back in the fourth, and maybe it's he's kind of still feeling it.
2-1 count here on Penalve. Douglas ready on the rubber. Here's the offering. Hit hard to second base. Catch made. Christian Inoa didn't have to move. One gone.
So a nice start here for London is Cade Douglas doing exactly what he does and challenging these hitters to make that weak contact. He's able to get the first out of the inning on the Yasvani Penalve pretty easily.
Malik Williams into the batter's box here for Kitchener. 1 for 3 in the ball game today. We'll see how the Majors opt to play their bullpen the rest of the way in this one with a 7-run lead. They're in Barrie tomorrow, hosting Brantford on Sunday, and then in Chatham on Tuesday. So it is a busy stretch right now for Rube Chanadet's ball club.
4 games in the next 5 days. Maybe that is a reason Payano only went 5 innings today. You want to try and save him for later on in the week.
That pitch misses. It's 2-0. One gone here in the top of the 7th inning. 3 balls and no strikes now to Williams. Pitching cautiously to the power-hitting right-hander. Hitters count here to Williams. Douglas ready on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Williams fouls it straight back to the screen. Got the green light on 3-0 and fouls it off.
At this point in the night, you really want to try and be aggressive but cautious if you're the Kitchener Panthers here up at the plate.
3-1 misses for ball 4. So Williams takes a walk, and there's a base runner with 1 away in the top of the 7th inning for Kitchener. Junior Ibarra will step into the batter's box here. Ibarra is 1 for 3 in the ball game today. First pitch inside corner, strike 1. Reminder, if you are a fan of London Majors Baseball, fan of the Canadian Baseball League, fan of good baseball in general, subscribe to us here on YouTube. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time we are live. On the ground, Escato plays it at second, goes to the second baseman Inoa, on to first, double play. 6-4-3, Majors roll a 2-ball, get out of the top of the 7th inning unscathed, and they maintain their 7-run lead heading into the home half of the 7th.
Has been a real good one here for the Majors. Make that 3 straight shutout innings. Something we didn't see. We only saw once through the first 5. And now very strong here as we'll take you to the out-of-town scoreboard here. Barrie currently has the lead over Toronto and Christie Pitts, 5-4. Baycats to the top of the 6th. Hamilton has the lead over Guelph over in Hamilton. They're into the bottom of the 7th now, and bit of a surprise here. The Brantford Red Sox.
We got a home run. Lead. Home run on the out-of-town scoreboard, Owen.
How about that?
Look at that. Hamilton extends the lead 6-3. Sorry, as you were saying, Brantford.
Brantford does have the lead over Welland right in that bottom left corner right there. That's in Brantford tonight. They're into the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 4-run lead for the Red Sox.
Red Sox will be in town on Sunday for the annual Father's Day game here at Labatt Park. Hamilton will make their first trip to the Forks of the Thames next Sunday. Forrest dancing along with the fan. It is stretch time here at Labatt Park. Everybody getting into it in downtown London. Forrest handing out autographs. Do you think it's easy to sign an autograph in those big hands and gloves, Owen?
Absolutely not. Now, there was a point earlier in the season, it was during one of the preseason school day games, where I had the great opportunity of giving autographs to kids that I'm sure knew nothing about me.
See, Owen, you can't do that to me because I thought you were about to tell me that you had the great opportunity to be in the Forest costume.
Now, that would be amazing, and I want to be able to have that opportunity somewhat this season if the team will allow me. Not a high chance, but no, I had the great opportunity of signing autographs for kids. One had a broken bat, the other had a couple of baseballs.
Scorched in the hole there by Michael Escato. He's aboard to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure these kids did not know who I was. For a second, they thought, oh, I have the Majors shirt on. You might as well get a autograph from a Major, I guess you could say.
Tucker Zadunik into the batter's box here. That one misses. Two and 0 as that one sails high. That one is fouled off. 2-1 the count here on Tucker Zadunik. Two-1 hit hard but foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Escato over at first. Majors up by 7. Pinala's ready on the rubber. Zadunik rolls over on one. It's foul, and we'll try again on 2-2. Unlikely Michael Escato gets another at-bat in this game. He's had a great night, but I don't think he will get to triple territory for the cycle.
Still a very strong performance from him. No matter what, he goes 4 for 5, 2 singles, a double, and a home run, as well as 4 RBIs on him.
Fouled off there by Zadunik. We are going to have quite the time trying to select our Another's Player of the Game tonight. Lots of good candidates. 2-2 count here. Pitch to Zadunik. Inside. Count runs full. 3-2. Full count. Nobody out. Escato aboard over at first. Zadunik swings and misses strike 3. So 1 gone in the frame as Tucker goes down on strikes.
So the first time that a London Major is struck out today. It'll bring us the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Trent Lanahan into the batter's box for London. 3 for 3 in the ball game today. Breaking ball loops just around the corner. 1-0.
Another possible player of the game candidate in Trent Lenahan.
Lenahan fouls that one off at the plate. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Michael Escato over at first. Doubt he'll be on the move here in a 7-run game. Lenahan loses the bat as he fouls that one off. Might need a little bit of pine tar on that bat. Grabs the pine tar, walks over. It just flew right out of his hands towards the Majors dugout. Luckily, it didn't get into the crowd. Oh, and I don't know if you remember this, but former Blue Jay Edwin Encarnacion was notorious for that. It happened a couple of times every season where the bat would just go flying into the crowd.
Yes, and he had just such a powerful swing as well, where if it did come out of his hand, it's going 30 feet.
Oh my gosh, it would soar.
I mean, you need a crane to get it out of the netting there.
1-2 inside, 2-2. That pitch misses. Count runs full now on Trent Lenahan. He and Michael Escato, the only Majors to have multiple hits in the ball game today. Lenahan's racked up 3. Escato now at 4. Three-two count, one out in the inning. Here's the pitch. Lenahan scorches this one in the left field. He's now in the 4-hit club tonight, along with his teammate Michael Escato, who stands over at second base. 2 on, 1 out in the inning. And that will bring up Ryder Hancock.
Now, Ryder Hancock, I got the opportunity to talk to after last Friday's game against Welland, and the only real question I had for him was if you look closely, you see he's wearing those leather work gloves. He's not wearing any batting gloves. So I asked him about it back on last Friday, and he was telling me that the whole story of it. So he played college baseball down in North Carolina. One thing he told me, he tends to sweat a lot. So his batting gloves, he can go one at bat, and his words exactly, and he'd have to just rain them out. It almost seemed like. So one of his teammates who lived in like the rural part of North Carolina introduced him to the idea of these leather work gloves. He just goes to Lowe's and buys like 3 of them at a time because he knows they can last them this long. And I've seen other stories about professional players doing this too, and this can last as long as 6 to 8 months.
0-1. That's off the plate outside. 1-1 here to Hancock. One pitch in the air, foul territory. Ibarra after it. Long run, he's got it. And there's 2 out now in the inning.
So able to just jam Hancock with the inside pitch. He pops it up.
Christian Noah will step into the batter's box here for the Majors. 1 for 2 in the ball game. That one, though, a home run.
An impressive one at that. That one was to left center, one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. That's just what Christian Noah is able to do.
First pitch to him misses off the plate outside. It's 1-0. Two away here in the inning. 2 on for the Majors. Escato in scoring position. Lenahan standing over at first. Both guys with hard hit singles here in the frame. And now a discussion at the plate. Ibarra talking to the home plate umpire. Pinales, I think, wants to ditch the glasses or is being asked to ditch the glasses. And so the umpires will take care of that. Whether he did so by choice or whether he was asked to do so, I'm not sure. They kind of had a pink tint on them. And I think they're trying to get him a new pair of glasses. It seemed voluntary. I think they're just cleaning him off.
Oh, yeah. Just had to clean him off for him. He kind of fogged up on him.
All right. Well, there you go. Glasses defogged. And we're ready to continue the bottom of the 7th inning here. The 1-0. Off the plate outside, 2-0. Pinales up at 74 pitches. Mentioned when Cologne came into the game, Kitchener was likely going to be looking for length from somebody, and they found it in Pinales as Zanoa floats this one into right field, sinking quickly. It's going to get down for a base hit. Penalve comes up throwing, so Escato gets the stop sign, and the bases are loaded for pinch hitter Xavier Whittle.
So a multi-hit day for Christian Yanoa, the third major to cross that feat today. And as you said, Starling Joseph has now been subbed out of this game as we welcome in Xavier Whittle.
Whittle, a guy who's got great bat-to-ball skills for this Majors ball club. Makes a lot of contact. Flares this one, shallow right. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Inoa's in to score. Here comes Lenahan. The throw from Penalve will get cut off. Inoa's into third. And so it's a 2-run single for Xavier Whittle. Only needed one pitch, and the Majors are up 16-7.
Xavier Whittle wasting no time. That's hit number 6 on the year. RBIs number 3 and 4 for him, and he's just been able to connect with the baseball almost so easily, Dylan. It's the way he's able to approach the game, and even in college too. I watched a little bit of his action this past season as well, and it's so impressive to watch how he's able to work day in and day out and produce, even though he's not exactly an everyday player here, Dylan.
No, but when he's gotten his at-bats, he's made the most of them. Getting on base a lot for the Majors as Jaden Babiak takes a strike. Swings through that one, and it's 0-2.
There's Whittle up, just kind of in a tough spot to get into the lineup. You have Trent Lenahan at first, who's really strong. You have so many different options at DH as well. When you have such good depth like this London Majors team does, it's so difficult to get them all included and get them all in the lineup. But once they're in the lineup, they're going to be able to produce, because that's what they've been doing all season long so far.
Babiak does a good job to just get a piece of that one, fights it off, and count remains 1-2. Long look in from Pinales here. Offering on its way, ripped into right center. It's a base hit for Babiak, who's into the hit column tonight. Whittle getting the wave around second. He'll pull into third. An RBI single for Jaden Babiak, and the Majors are up by double digits. It's 17-7.
How about that? Another good offensive inning here for the Majors. This time it's the bottom half of the order getting some work in. Xavier Whittle, Jaden Babiak, both with base hits, both scoring runs as well. Now you have Jared Burney up, who does have an RBI so far today. That was on the sac fly. But again, only the one hit so far. That was the double. Pop may have a chance of becoming another major to get in the a multi-hit game column here.
Jarrett Burney into the batter's box, takes the first pitch high for ball one. Remember how I said Michael Escato probably wasn't going to get an at-bat to try to get the cycle? Well, he's due up next inning. If the inning ends right here, he could still come up this inning. 2-0 the count on Burney.
He is only 2 hitters away.
Popped up, shallow right, long run Penalve, sinking quickly. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. The inning is over. Nice grab by Osvani Penalve racing in right field to end the bottom of the 7th, but the Majors add 3 more runs to their total. They're up 17-7. Heading into the 8th, you're watching London Majors baseball on Majors TV. Back now at Labatt Park. Some changes all around for the Majors. Owen, you bring us the pitcher. I'll bring us the defense.
Sounds good, Dylan. Alex Springer is into the ball game. He's the 4th pitcher London will use today. He will get us rolling here for the 8th. The London native has been in 3 games so far, tallying 4 1/3 innings pitched for a 4.15 ERA. That's only on 2 earned runs and on 6 hits as well. His last appearance coming in Guelph on the 6th of June. He went an inning and a third, giving up a run on 8 batters faced. He has been pretty strong for the Majors, obviously last year being a down year for him, a 7.8 ERA in only 7 games. However, has got the spark back this season, has kind of been more consistent now, and looking to get another productive appearance for him.
Defensive changes. Adam Thuss into the ball game for David Dreyers. He's behind the plate as that one's hit hard by Zane Scansey to shortstop. Michael Escato across the diamond. Lenahan just holds the bag in time. 1 out. That means that Jaden Babiuk moves from catcher to third. So Babiuk has now played left field, catcher, and third base. Ryder Hancock stays in his position in left. Of course, Xavier Whittle is into the game for Starling Joseph. He pinch hit, and now Thuss will lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Majors in the spot of David Dreyers. As a pinch hitter now for the Kitchener Panthers, Samuele Bruno will take over.
Bruno, his rookie season in the CBL. Played in 9 games so far as a .385 average. That goes for 5 hits and 13 at-bats. Went 1 for 2 last night against the Red Sox.
Bruno waves at that one, says it misses. Ball 1. It was announced in the building here not all that long ago that the Toronto Marlies have won the Calder Cup. Congratulations to a couple of former London Knights in Landon Sim and Easton Cowan on their Calder Cup title. That one's a strike there. It's 1-1. One home. Bruno pops this one up. Shallow center field. Escato, the shortstop, out, makes the catch. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 8th inning.
Well, as we all remember, the first half of this game was a all-out brawl, I guess you could say, with how the scoring was. Now it's kind of taking a bit of a downhill slope when it comes to runs being scored.
Yosuke Fuji sends this one high in the air to left field. Ryder Hancock towards the line, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Quick inning for Alex Springer. 5 pitches, all it takes to retire the Panthers. Boy, oh boy, that is a welcome sight on a long night, isn't it, Owen?
Yes, it is. And the nice quick inning, one thing we haven't seen in a little while here is the first 4 innings took us 2 hours, Dylan. Ever since the 5th inning only happened an hour ago. So we have really been flying through this second half of this ball game, and maybe nice to see for some fans to know that the pitching has brought their game. Now they've really gotten into a groove and are working quite well for both sides.
Well, no changes on the rubber for the Panthers. It continues to be Ernesto Pinales out there, and Majors will send Adam Thuss to the plate to lead off the inning here against Pinales, who's been out there for 4 innings, has thrown 84 pitches, and it's his game to finish.
Probably a good idea from the Kitchener Panthers.
Look at the out-of-town scoreboard. 9-5 Barrie out in Toronto, but the Leafs are pressing. Bases loaded, 2 out. Maybe the pressing is over. It is. Well, so much for that. Red Sox are up 6-2 on the Jackfish in the 8th, and Hamilton continuing to lead the Guelph Royals out at Bernie Arbor. A Majors win tonight and a Barrie loss would tie the 2 teams for first place going into their matchup tomorrow, but if the score holds in Toronto, Barrie will go into the game a game up on the Majors, assuming the score holds here as well, of course.
That will definitely be a very entertaining game to tune into.
I don't believe the teams have faced off since the home opener for the Majors, where London got the best of the Baycats. That's Barrie's only loss on the road this season. Their first game of the year on the road was their only loss on the road. Adam Thuss will step into the batter's box.
So we'll see Thuss, Escato, and Zadunik for this inning.
Thuss hits this one to third base. Towers to his left, cross the diamond throw, pulls his man off the bag, misses the first baseman, and goes down the line. So Thuss will reach. Not sure who is taking over at first base for the Panthers, but it's not Malik Williams anymore. Both teams making changes here as this one gets out of hand. Escato 4 for 5 in the ball game as he steps into the batter's box. Thus standing over at first. First pitch is high for ball 1. That one hit hard into the gap. Michael Escato has another hit as Adam Thuss races towards third. He gets the stop sign there. It's another double for Escato, and the Majors have 2 in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, how about Michael Escato make that 5 hits on the night? Unfortunately, still chasing that triple for the cycle. However, he's got 2 singles, 2 doubles, and a home run in tonight's matchup.
Tucker Zadunik into the batter's box for the Majors, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Victor Payano having some fun with some young fans who want autographs. They're all begging for Payanos there. I think they're asking for baseballs as well, probably. I think I saw Payano talking to the camera saying, one ball. That's all I'm giving out. Oh, 1 count on Zadunik. Escato, a 5-hit game for the Majors, standing over at second base. Zadunik drives this one to center. Moving after it is Bruno on the warning track, makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is thus. Escato will move up to third, so it's a sacrifice fly for Tucker Zadunik. And the Majors are up 18-7.
Well, it's been a offensive master class here from the Majors. There's only been 1 inning where they got shut out. That came back in the 6th, and other than that inning, everything has just kind of clicked here for the Majors, and there's nothing more you can really ask for.
Over their past 2 games, the Kitchener Panthers, have had a combined 62 runs for and against in those 2 contests. Put up 23, allowed 14 yesterday. Have allowed 18 and put up 7, and now Lenihan's bat goes flying again. Same story as the last at-bat. Trent Lenihan needs to find himself some more pine tar. That one almost hit the third base umpire.
Another close call there, and that one, who knows what's happening right now for Trent Lenihan. That's back-to-back at-bats where the bat has just soared into the night sky.
Didn't even put any pine tar on the bat, just on his gloves. He's ready to go. 0-2 count here on Lenihan. 4 for 4 in the ball game. Is yet to be retired tonight. 1 out here in the inning. The pitch. Fouled off at the plate. Count will remain 1-2.
So another run just 90 feet away for the Majors. Kitchener's still trying to get out of the inning.
Pinala's ready. The pitch. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Lenihan skies this one. In the air down the right field line. After it is Penalve, the right fielder. He makes the catch. Escato fakes a break and will step back. Now the ball gets past Ibarra, and Escato will trot on in. So a throwing error for Penalve will score Escato. And it's 19-7.
That one just a tough play. It's very hard to put the blame on Penalve out there in right field, as the ball kind of caught the lip of the grass and the dirt and took a weird hop on Junior Ibarra. So an unfortunate series of events for Kitchener. It gives London another run, and now Ryder Hancock, who I'm sure didn't expect to get 2 at-bats today, will come up for a second.
Takes a strike there. One and one now on Hancock. Pinala's at 98 pitches now for the ball game. approaching the century mark here. Inside. 2-1. Not often you see a reliever get up to the 100 pitch mark, but Pinala's on the verge of it.
He's had a very strong game so far, even though that foul ball is really close to the top row of the bleachers.
Pinales has given up 7. Cologne gave up 7. McNeil gave up 5. 5 earned for Pinales here in this outing. Long hold, 2-2, fouled straight back. We'll try again.
Even with the fact that he's given up 7 runs, it's still been a very impressive performance here.
2-2-2 out. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Good battle being put together by Ryder Hancock right now. Crowd has thinned out as this one has progressed and gotten a little more out of hand. Young fans getting to go home with a souvenir after that foul ball. Three-two home. Ball 4. Correction, ball 3. The scoreboard said 3-2 already, but it was the third ball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Hancock down on strikes, and Pinales is through 5 innings of relief. 8 innings in the books here at Labatt Park. Majors leading 19-7. Yes, you heard that right. 19-7 going into the 9th. You're watching the Majors and Panthers live on Majors TV.
Right at the corner of Warncliffe and Emery, Ellie's Pizzeria is your neighborhood spot for real, handcrafted pizza. Using locally sourced flour for their dough and fresh ingredients from local farms for incredible flavor in every bite. Stop in before 3 p.m. for a slice and a pop for just $5, or 2 for $9. Ellie's Pizzeria, made local, made right.
Canada's ball teams deserve uniforms built to win. VMS Sportswear delivers custom jerseys, pants, and caps. Level up your look with custom team apparel. Choose your colors. Drop your logo. Own your look. Order now at vmssportswear.ca.
Make a bold statement with the Champ Chain, the ultimate award for champions. At 5 to 6 inches wide, this eye-catching metal is built to impress, fully customized with your logo and cut to shape. From the court to the boardroom, this award brings energy and attitude to every celebration. Great for recognizing your MVPs, players of the game, or hardest worker. Level up your recognition game with the Champ Chain. Order yours today at nuthers.com or call 1-800-265-1554.
9th inning about to get underway. Here at Labatt Park, new arm into the ball game for the Majors. It is the left-hander, Zach Laird.
Zach Laird has pitched in 6 games so far, a bit of a inflated ERA. He's up to an 8.31 on the season because of a unfortunate performance back on the 31st of May against Guelph Royals. He went 3 innings, giving up 7 runs. Other than that, he has only given up a run in one appearance. One other appearance this season. That came on June 5th. Here in London against the Kitchener Panthers, he went 2/3 of an inning facing 6 batters. Had 3 walks, gave up a hit, and a earned run.
Jamie Cabral in the box to greet him. 1-1 count on him now. Laird has 16 punch-outs in 8 2/3 innings this season. Big strikeout potential in that arm. 1-1 count. Here's the offering. Fouled off 1-2 by Cabral. Sent that one a long way down the right field line.
Jamie Cabral's first plate appearance of the night. In 11 games, he has 19 at-bats this season, 5 hits for a .263 average. And a home run as well for him.
2-2 now. As Cabral takes that one high.
Looking into the matchup tomorrow against Barrie, last time we looked at our out-of-town scoreboard, the Barrie Baycats were up 6-5 against Toronto. That lead has increased to 9-5 now.
Boy, oh boy, Owen, I don't know where that one missed. It is 3-2. I don't know where it missed even more in a 19-7 game in the ninth inning. But a ball's a ball. Swing and a miss, strike three. Laird sets down Cabral on strikes, one gone.
So even after the missed strike there, which was just a little bit low on the bottom half of the zone, but gets the fastball in there and get it right back. And the Panthers are down to their final 2 outs.
Charlie Towers into the batter's box, takes a strike there. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup here between Laird and Towers. That's there for a strike. 0-2. Laird readies. 0-2 home. Misses. 1-2. One-two count, one out. Here's the pitch. Line foul. It appears a banana behind the plate is starting a Let's Go Majors chant. That's where we're at in a 19-7 game on a Friday night.
Yes, the famous banana.
Oh, it's a Majors banana. There's a Majors logo on the banana.
There is. He has worn that to every game. He is a Majors season ticket holder. He is here for every single Majors game day. He tells me at the start of the 7th inning is when he'll put on the banana costume.
Oh, so he's not a banana the whole time.
He is not a banana the whole time. He's only a banana for the final 3 innings. The only reason he wears it, I don't know if you've actually seen it up close, he does have the number 38 on it.
Oh, it's a Skylar Janice banana suit.
It is to commemorate the bright yellow cleats of Skylar
well, now it all makes sense.
Yes.
Thank you for peeling the banana's layers for me, Owen. Appreciate that. Enlightening me. I think I got a groan up here in the booth for that comment. Deservedly so, but in a 19-7 game, I think I have full license to crack some dad jokes up here in the booth. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Zach Laird. Kitchener down to their final out.
Might have been a better dad joke than the one I had just a couple weeks ago. I got a couple of groans both in the booth and back at home where my dad loved it. My mom did not, I don't think. She is not the happiest whenever these jokes come out.
Teo Zeppieri takes a ball. It's 1-0. Zeppieri 2 for 4 as a home run of the game. The home run felt like it came last week, but it was earlier in the ball game. One home. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Kitchener down to their final strike here on this Friday night.
Well, how about Zachary Laird? A chance to strike out the side here in the 9th. Trying to send these Majors fans home happy as quick as possible.
1-2 home. Upstairs, 2-2. Laird up at 18 pitches here through 2 batters in the 9th.
Just needs one more strike here.
In the dirt, nice block by Adam Thuss. Count runs full now. Fans on their feet here at Labatt Park. Full count, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Popped up, foul territory. After it, Babiak, and thus Babiak calling everybody off. He makes the catch. The Majors put this one away. They win it by a score of 19-7 and continue their tremendous record of the month of June. They are now 6-1 since the calendar turned over.
Well, how about that performance from the London Majors? And they put up a 19 spot on the Kitchener Panthers, who have given up 33 runs in just the last 24 hours. And an all-around good performance here from your boys in pinstripes. And they will be back in action tomorrow against the leading Barrie Baycats. So now before that game even concludes in Toronto, the Majors do have the half game back, or now a half game back of the Barrie Baycats, awaiting that result.
Well, a strong performance here from the Majors tonight. We'll recap some of the action in just a moment as we await our Nuthers player of the game down at field level. Quite the performance here in this one for the Majors. They walk away with a win to start the weekend, the win to start a busy stretch. They've got 4 games in their next 5 days, and getting things going with an offensive outburst here on a Friday night. Well, let's set it down to field level now and join our very own Evan Fredrickson with tonight's Nuthers player of the game.
Gentlemen, thank you very much here with the player of the game, Trent Lenahan. Trent, what an offensive outburst from this team. How are you feeling?
It was really fun. It was a lot of fun. We have a good group, so doing stuff like that's always a good time.
You had a 4-hit game, you had a home run, you scored 4 runs, you did everything. What was your approach during your at-bats here tonight?
I'll keep it simple. I mean, this lineup's really good. I don't have to do everything. There's 8 other guys that can do the same day, so it's a lot of fun.
And now you're in Barrie tomorrow, starting a stretch of 3 games in 3 days. What do you guys have to do to continue this momentum and try and beat the Baycats tomorrow?
Yeah, Barrie's a good team, right? Top of the leaderboard, so we're just going to do what we do, right? This team can win a championship. We just got to do what we do every day.
Trent, good luck.
Sweet, thank you.
Gentlemen.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Trent Lenahan, tonight's Nuthers player of the game. Lenahan with some high praise for his teammates, saying they got a great group here, a great lineup, and he doesn't have to do everything, and that certainly showed tonight, Owen.
Yes, it did, and you have 4 different players with multi-hit games today. Michael Estado, the big one with 4 hits. Trent Lenahan, another big one with 3. All around, it's a great offensive performance here from the London Majors, and it shows on that scoreboard right now.
You mentioned it a little bit earlier in the broadcast. Only 1 inning where the Majors were held off the scoreboard. That was the 6th. They were putting together really good at-bats from the opening pitch of this ballgame.
Yes, they were, and it was just an outstanding performance between every single pitch they were given. And the 4th inning, where I don't even know how many walks it was now, and the hit by pitches, but that's just the approach they had all game. You want to get that pitch count up on these pitchers, but you want to also be as aggressive as possible with pitches inside the zone. They didn't get a ton for this game, and it showed there with how disciplined they were today.
And how about a word on the bullpen shutting the door after the Majors took the lead? They put zeros up in the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. There was a stretch there where the teams were just kind of trading runs, going back and forth, tying the game, taking the lead, tying the game. But the bullpen shut the door.
Yes, it was. You can see it right there on that scoreboard if you were watching. The first 4 innings, you give up 7 runs on 7 hits. In the final 5, you only give up 1 hit. I mean, the performance you got from your bullpen is just outstanding. You know you can do the same thing tomorrow as well, because you still have 3 or 4 guys in that bullpen that can still be productive because they are rested. They haven't pitched since last Saturday.
Absolutely, Owen. A big game tomorrow for the Majors as they head up Highway 400 to Barrie to take on the Baycats for the first time since the home opener, a battle of the 2 top teams in the Canadian Baseball League tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Then Sunday, Father's Day, 4 o'clock, the Brantford Red Sox come to town. The annual Father's Day game here at Labatt Park against Brantford. Majors are in Chatham on Tuesday. Busy stretch that the Majors are in the midst of, but they get it started on the right foot with a win tonight for Owen Taylor and Evan Fredrickson down at field field level. My name is Dylan Baker. On behalf of us and the rest of our Majors TV crew, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and we'll talk to you again right here on Sunday afternoon.